This is Eagle 102, KJFM, Louisiana Bowling Green, all day and all night. KJFM Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Welcome to Bowling Green High School and an EMO Conference doubleheader tonight between the Bowling Green Bobcats and the Van Far Indians. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart here with you. Marianne's a nervous wreck. We may need to medicate her.
Medicate me.
We've had all kinds of technical difficulties, and it looks like we're just going to be on radio only tonight. And so we're glad to have you with us, and we'll cut the pregame short a little bit tonight. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back and tell you a few things about this game and have your starting lineup for you after this on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Van Far and Bowling Green, a rivalry like many others around the area. The Van Far girls 5-2 on the season. Bowling Green LadyCats are 1-9, struggling a little bit here at Bowling Green, Marianne.
Well, I tell you what, it's been an interesting year all the way around, Jim. And I think the consensus is it doesn't matter how teams are doing. We're just glad we're playing.
Yeah, as Mark and I have talked at great length, you can't really put much faith in the records this year because you don't really know who's been available in what games due to COVID. For instance, Ellsbury the other night had 2 or 3 girls out to COVID, and it's happening every game. So,
every single game.
So you're going to have that. However, both of these teams coming off tough losses on Tuesday night as Van Far lost to South Shelby 72-42, and Bowling Green lost to Lutheran St. Charles 61-18. So both of these teams looking to get back on the winning side of the coin here tonight. It's going to be an interesting contrast in styles as Van Far doesn't have a whole lot of size other than Mara Jensen, who played very well in the game against Ellsbury, had 20 points or plus, I think. And, of course, Bowling Green just having trouble scoring all the way around.
They are. They've got some guards out front that like to move the ball, but, it's one of those things where it's almost live and die by those outside shots, and if you can't work the ball on the inside, they're going to struggle this evening. So we'll see if Gracie Dieters and Grace Twellman are ready to take it to the hole this evening.
And Van Far, they have a number of kids that can shoot it from the outside, and Devin Keller, Haley Basket, and Panna Conaway. They didn't really shoot a lot. Last year, if you recall, man, they chucked it from 3.
Panna Conaway was hot all the time.
And then they played a little more of an inside-out game. Like I said, Mara Jensen had a big game at 6'2". Inside, and they were working that inside-out game nicely against Ellsbury. That was on Monday night, I believe. My days all run together anymore.
I understand.
And so we'll see how it all pans out tonight. There'll be a little bit of a size advantage inside for Van Far, and then the guard matchups is going to be really the intrigue for tonight because both teams actually have pretty good guards.
Well, and that's what I'm looking to see is if Bowling Green's, again, Dieters kind of highlight her. She seems to kind of be the pivot person for the Lady Cats. If her speed is going to be a problem for Van Far to keep up with this evening.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with our starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Hello everyone, this is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Happy New Year from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Well, if you haven't been to Bowling Green High School, we're across from the benches here, and they've got new bleachers opposite the benches, and I understand next year they'll finish off the other side, and it's nice over here.
It is nice over here.
Nice little press box area.
We'll call it the crow's nest.
The crow's nest, huh?
That's where we'll sit, yeah. Or I guess the eagle's nest. Right?
The Bobcat den?
No. Eagle 102 is sitting up here.
Oh, okay.
This is ours.
I told you my brain wasn't working quite right.
Well, we're used to that. Again, we're happy to have you with us on air here at 102.1, of course, online at kjfmradio.com. If you want some fun this evening, you can go to the Bowling Green High School's YouTube page. You can bring up their video while listening to us call the game.
And I would bet a fair amount of change that it's not going to match up.
It might.
Kind of like I do when I watch the Cardinal game on TV and turn the sound off and try and listen to the radio. Let's take one more break as they do the national anthem. We'll back to starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Van Far Lady Indians are coached by Heather Minter. I believe this is her second year at Van Far. Yeah, after being here at Bowling Green. Starting for them, a 5'4 senior, number 3, Annalyn Colwell, a 5'2 junior, number 10, Devin Keller, a 5'8 junior, number 21, Haley Basket, a 5'2 senior, number 24, Panna Conaway, and a 6'2 sophomore, number 55, Mara Jensen. So it'll be Colwell, Keller, Basket, Conaway, and Jensen for the Lady Indians. They are 5-2 on the season. For the home school, the Bobcats, Lady Bobcats of Bowling Green, coached by Jared Runyon. Starting for them is a junior, number 3, Briley Sparks. A number 10 is a sophomore, Gracie Dieters. A junior, number 12, Grace Twellman. A sophomore, number 22, Kaylin Womack. And a freshman, number 25, Kaylin Charlton. So it'll be Sparks, Dieters, Twellman, Womack, and Charlton for the Bowling Green Bobcats. 1-9 on the season, looking to pick up their second win of the season here at home.
And Jim, actually, I have to tell you, I'm a little excited. You get the multiple Graces and the Gracie and the multiple Kaylins and.
Yeah, there's an old in Hilton Head. There's a guy that sings under the big oak tree, and he'll have young kids come up and he'll ask them their name, and if it's a modern name, he'll sing yuppity-doo-dah, yuppity-yay. Well, we got a bunch of yuppity names on there.
We do.
It's the way of the world this day. Devin Keller, oh my, the 5'2 junior is going to jump center.
She must have some leaps. She's going against the freshman Kaylin Charlton.
I don't know what's up with this, but Bowling Green in their home whites. Banfar in their road blacks, and Bowling Green controls the opening tick straight to Twellman. She'll go to the glass, gets it inside to Dieters, and Bowling Green starts with a layup, and they lead 2-0. That's the way you want to start it if you're head coach Jared Runyon. Glad to have you with us again, Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart. Radio only tonight as we've got video issues. They get it inside, does Banfar. Keller to Jensen, back to Keller in the right corner. Now to Jensen on the block. Head of the key to Conaway. She doesn't take the three. They work around the far corner to Basket. She'll drive baseline, nothing doing there. Now they'll reset it. Bowling Green in a 1-2-2 zone to start on defense. They've got a little size at the guard, so that'll help. Entry pass deflected. It's loose on the floor. Conaway will pick up the loose ball to Basket, out to the head of the key to Keller. Keller left wing to Conaway, corner and out of Basket. They working around looking for a three-point. Good hustle by the point guard. That is
Dieters.
It is.
And I was just going to comment, her speed is really paying off there.
Colwell hit or deflected from behind, but there's going to be a whistle on a foul.
And I believe Dieters will pick up her first fouls. They say that she got a little smack on the arm. It'll be her first, team's first.
Triggered in, bounds for Banfar. Keller passes on three to Conaway in the corner. She'll let it fly. It's long. Didn't hit anything. Colwell tracks it down in the far corner. Now Keller will fire a three from the left wing. It's good.
And Banfar has their first lead of the night. 3-2 is our score with 6:40 to go here in the first quarter.
Let's see what kind of defense Banfar employs. This will be their first trip on the defensive end. Looks like it's going to be a straight-up man-to-man, and Meyer's going to let Twellman run around out front. They get it to Womack. Her 15-footer from the corner is no good. Loose ball rebound picked up, stolen away by Banfar. Keller took it away from Dieters. First turnover of the night on the Bobcats. Back they come, the Indians, in the corner to Basket as they work it around the horn. Again, a 1-2-2 zone employed by the Bowling Green Bobcats. Keller in between the circles now, being eyeballed by Dieters. She'll dribble to the left wing, still has her dribble. Now they have the key to Conaway inside to Jensen into the wing. Two-pointer on the way is no good. Basket's put back up is good. Or check that, it was Colwell with the rebound off the basket shot. And it's a 5-2 lead for Banfar. Down to 5:40 to play here in the first. Twellman to the head of the key for the Lady Cats. Right corner to Sparks to Womack. Womack to Twellman, left elbow. She'll shoot it with the left hand. It rattles around and drops.
Tell you what, the Lady Cats finding a way to score here in the first.
Making some shots. Ball goes in the basket. Things are a lot simpler, no question about it. Basket right wing for Banfar, now to Keller. Keller holds it above her head. 5-4, Bowling Green, or check that, Banfar on top, still leading by one. Basket in trouble, gets it to Keller in the post, now to Jensen, right block. She has it swatted away, and it's going to go off of Jensen. And the turnover will give it back to Bowling Green. We've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 5-4 our score, Banfar on top, 5:06 to play in the first. You listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Chiefs jerseys around. Is there something important with the Chiefs going on?
Yeah, something going on this weekend. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're about to beat around the Browns, if you're asking maybe some people in my office.
I'm guessing that's what they think. So out of the timeout, the Cats will have it. Twellman drives it into the paint, kicks it left corner. Shots on the way by Charlton. It hits nothing. And Van Far with the rebound. Into the front court comes Keller. Van Far doesn't run much unless they have a wide open break. Conaway. I'm having
easy for you to say,
tongue-tied here tonight all of a sudden.
You got a case of the Mary Ann's.
Keller fakes the handoff. She's out at the 28-foot mark. Dribbles right wing now to the block. Gets it underneath the basket on the far block. She loses the handle. It's loose on the floor. Goes out of bounds off of Van Far. And the second turnover of the game will give it back to Bowling Green.
I want to take a moment to thank area high school basketball sponsors for tonight, including Betty Davis Insurance, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory, Central Bank of Audrain County, Cuda Auto Repair, Wood Smoke Meats or Construction, and Sun Window Company.
Avery Gam checks in, sparks out, and a feed from Dieters underneath to Charlton, and she'll shoot the layup.
Bowling Green back on top by 1 with 4:10 to go here in the first quarter.
Needless to say, Bowling Green very young with the players they have on the floor right now. Keller on the dribble, has it swatted away, but Dieters can't track it down before it goes out of bounds on the sideline. And that's where Basket will take it out of bounds with exactly 4 minutes to play here in the first. Into Conaway, she dribbles inside the arc, kicks it back to Basket. Ahead of the key to Keller. She'll shoot the three. It's good.
Back-to-back threes by Keller. Gives them the lead once again by 2.
She's got the range so far for the Lady Indians. It's 8-6. Dieters to the head of the key, directing traffic to the free throw line to Charlton. She'll shoot it from the right elbow. That's partially blocked. And Jensen comes away with the loose ball. And the Indians will head to the offensive end. Right wing to Conaway, head of the key to Keller. Keller back to Conaway. Got to keep an eye on Conaway. She's a good shooter. Keller gets it to the free throw line to Conaway, right wing, back to Keller as they're playing a little pitch and catch. Now they'll swing it to the left side to Basket. Basket on the left-hand dribble, spins into the paint with the right hand, goes up, and we've got a whistle on the foul. See if they're going to call that in the act of shooting.
Well, you know they are.
I do. Foul's going to be on Charlton, her first.
I mean, how many years were you a referee?
Too many to admit.
No, I don't believe that at all.
She will get 2 shots. The 5'8" junior. First one's off the back of the rim, no good.
Don't forget, if you want to check out the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament bracket, you can do that by going to kjfmradio.com, or you can bring it up on your app, where Van Far is the number 5 seed and Bowling Green is the number 6 seed.
Second free throw by Basket is good. The lead grows back to 3 at 9-6. Back come the Lady Cats. Right wing to Sparks, who checked back in the game. Her shot's up and good.
So Lady Cats staying in this one, just 1 point at a time, basically.
Bunch of lefties on the floor for Bowling Green.
Yeah. There's a lot of lefties in general this year.
Man, you people are taking over the world.
Did you say you people?
Yeah, you're not left-handed.
No,
you just act left-handed. Okay, stolen away by Dieters. Good defensive play by her. And she'll head to the offensive end. Second turnover on Van Far. Sparks right wing back to Dieters, head of the key. You look at the 2 lineups, just 4 seniors total for both clubs, so they're both very young and in a learning experience this year. Sparks into the paint, kicks it out to Dieters. Her threes off the mark, no good. Rebounds loose and saved from the corner into Charlton. Good hustle that time by Gam to save it, and Bowling Green maintains possession, trailing 9-8. Down to 2:12 to play. From 17, that's Womack. It's good. Kaylin Womack with her first bucket had her foot on the 3-point line. And it's a 1-point lead for Bowling Green at 10-9. Good first quarter here so far.
2 minutes to go in that corner, so expected to end as good as well.
Keller dribbles in and has it swatted from behind, but Dieters tried to save it, and her foot was on the inline. And so Van Far will get it back. Twelman will return. Charlton will take a seat. And Carmen Wilburn in for the first time for Van Far. Coel will take a seat. On the inbounds, they get it straight to Wilburn, and she scores. Defense went to sleep that time on the inbounds play. And Wilburn had a wide open shot to the hoop. And Van Far retakes the lead at 11-10. 1:30 to play in the first. Womack in the corner. Dribbles out of trouble. Now to Dieters between the circles. It's Pregame is the call from the bench. Head coach Jared Runyon in his first year here at Bowling Green. Womack has it now. They whip it around. Sparks to Dieters in the high post to Twelman. Left wing to Gam. Her shot's blocked, and Van Far takes it away. Good defense that time by the Lady Indians. Back they come. Wilburn, the pass from Keller, too wide for her, and it goes out of bounds back to Bowling Green.
And while they get that set up again, more sponsors of tonight's action: County Market in Vandalia, Calvert's Insurance Agency, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, One Multi-Sports Complex, and Bowling Green Lumber. Of course, you can hear all the action here tonight on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com because we stream 24/7. And, of course, if you have an Alexa-enabled device, you can hear it there as well.
Yeah, quit talking to my Alexa, would you, when you're on the radio?
I enjoy that.
Cat's back with it inside to Twelman. Her shot's partially blocked by Wilburn.
What was that, back-to-back blocks on the defensive side for the Lady Indians?
Wilburn in the far corner to Basket. Basket spins with the right hand in the paint. Now to the left hand up off the glass. No good. Nice move. It wouldn't go, though. Dieters with the rebound. She's going to try and push it. She's got one-on-one with Keller to the glass up with the right hand, and it's good for Gracie Dieters. She's got 4, and it's a 12-11 lead. Back and forth we go here with 30 seconds to play in the first. Inside to Jensen. It bounces off her head, stolen by Dieters. She'll push the pace once again. She's ahead of the pack, up and scores. She's got 6 of the 14, and the lead is now 3, the biggest of the game for Bowling Green. Down to 15 seconds. Let's see if Van Far wants to play for one. Skip pass deflected by Sparks and goes out of bounds. That was almost a layup the other way. And Bowling Green, or check that, Van Far will get it right at the front of the Bowling Green bench between the score tables. 10 ticks to go in the quarter. 14-11, Bowling Green on top. Keller, right wing now to Basket. Basket's going to let it fly from 3. It's on the line, but short. Dieters with it, 2-1. She'll fire it from half court. It's short, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Your score, the Bowling Green LadyCats 14, the Lady Indians from Van Far 11. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, good first quarter, Marianne. 4 turnovers each, only 2 fouls in the entire game, and nice little up and down affair, and Bowling Green leads it by 3 at 14-11.
Well, I'll be anxious to see if they keep this up heading into the rest of the game because, again, as you mentioned, back and forth is good defense played by both teams, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that excitement continues.
Van Far's been unable to get Mara Jensen involved in the offense so far with Bowling Green playing this zone. And let's see if they want to stay in it. Looks like they're going to come out in a man-to-man to start the second quarter. Sometimes I think coaches fool themselves. If it ain't broke, why fix it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So Van Far has it. Basket dribbles to the glass, up with the layup, in and out, no good. Jensen with the rebound. Her putback's up and good. There it is, right on cue.
I was going to say, weren't you just talking about that?
Unable to get involved in the zone, playing a man, and she can do it. They'll pound it inside her on the block. Back come the Cats, leading by 1. Charlton on the right wing. Has it stolen away by Keller. 5th turnover of the game. Keller heads the other end. She'll put it up off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound. Putback's up. It's off the mark. Basket with the rebound. She backs in. It won't go. And Charlton with the rebound for Bowling Green. Rips it away. Maybe got away with the travel. But no whistle. We play on. I love it.
I might mention that I believe last year Haley Baskett missed the entire season with an ACL injury.
That she did. She's got a knee brace on and playing well this year. Head of the key for Charlton's 3. Good. Kaylin Charlton, the freshman, she's got 5. We ever going to run out of Charltons?
I don't think so. I think they're like the Niemeyers and the Orfs. They never leave.
Keller has her pocket pick, and the other way goes Charlton. She double dribbles. There they finally call it. Her body caught up with the ball, and she was trying to fight it off and got 2 hands on it and was whistled for the double dribble. 17-13, biggest lead of the game for the Lady Cats. 6:38 to play here in the half. Keller walks it across the timeline. Bowling Green still in a man-to-man. Little pick and roll with Wilbur. Now she throws it and is deflected by Womack. Goes out of bounds in the far corner. And Van Farr will have it there. Tough spot to trigger it in, and we've got a buzzer and a horn. And back into the game for the first time, Madeline Caldwell for Van Farr. Looks like Keller will take a seat. Wilburn to trigger it in from the far corner. Gets it into Jensen. Back to Wilburn. She'll shoot the 3. Front rim, no good. Rebound to Womack of Bowling Green. Down to 6:15 to play in the first half. 17-13. Bowling Green on top. Dieters walks it across the timeline now. Van Farr's dropped into a zone. A 2-1-2 into Charlton on the right block, and she's tied up and has stolen away by Conaway. 7th turnover of the game for Bowling Green. Into the front court comes Conaway. Gets it inside to Jensen, loses the handle, but Baskett picks it up, and it's swatted out of bounds by Twellman. Almost out into the commons area if the door was open.
If the door was open, I got to tell you, we've got good crowds tonight. Everybody doing their part and staying spread out, but it's nice to see the gym with several people in it.
Lots of masks, too. That's a good
Lots
thing.
of masks.
Those of us that have had it are advocates of that. Conaway from the far corner. She hits her first 3. And a timeout on the floor. 17-16. Bowling Green leads it. 5:41 to play in the half. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
17-16, a good first half of basketball here. Don't forget, we'll have the boys' game right after this. It should be a rock'em sock'em affair as well, as Van Farr boys have won 3 in a row. And Bowling Green still trying to find their way.
Yeah, Van Farr played a stretch early in the season. I know over Palmyra tournament and a game or 2 after that where they were without a couple different players. And it seems those players have made a big difference. I know Latrell Wright was out for a little bit, and his speed and skill has been helped out. And we've seen difference in the team overall with them back. So
right, Monroe City tournament, Palmyra tournaments next week.
So you knew what I was talking about.
Right? Yeah, I did. I was reading your mind.
I appreciate that.
Out of the timeout, Bowling Green has it. Dieters walks it across the timeline, and they get it inside to Twellman. Her shot up with the right hand from the right block's good. Grace Twellman's got 4. And Bowling Green stretches their lead back to 3 at 19-16. Conaway into the front court, and it's deflected out of bounds by Gam right at the end of the Bowling Green bench. Yeah, I don't know. What were the restrictions? Is Bowling Green 2 tickets per player? 4? How
are we talking about for tonight?
For fans, yes.
Well, I believe in this gym it's 4.
4. On the inbounds, Wilburn takes the 3-pointer from the far corner. It's off the mark, no good. Sparks with the rebound. They head the other way. Dieters pushes it to the right elbow. To the right corner, 15-footer by Gam. Misses everything. Conaway with the loose ball.
Might remind folks, as you're preparing for the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, if you go to our website, kjfmradio.com, you will see the restrictions for that. There are quite a few in place, so make sure you're aware of them before you head this direction.
Van Farr turns it over on the entry pass. Charlton with the steal. Then she's tied up. Actually, they're going to call a foul, aren't they? The first foul of the game on Van Farr, and they'll call it on Baskett. She fouled out the other night against Ellsbury, so she's got to mind her manners a little bit, eh?
If you knew her mom, you'd understand.
Miss Basket, that was Marianne Everhart.
That's right. Well, she knows. We played basketball together.
Bowling Green into the front court now. Twellman throws it out to the head of the key. It's too tall for Dieters. It'll go in the back court, and that's a back court violation. Turnover number 8 on the Lady Cats. Basket will trigger in right here below us.
All I'm saying is Melissa was very aggressive when she played.
Yeah, that's like pot calling the kettle black.
I didn't say I wasn't. She probably stayed in the games longer than I did for sure.
I would guess that's true. And a turnover, steal by Charlton. She'll get it ahead to Dieters. Can Dieters beat Basket to the glass? She does. It's up and good.
Bowling Green extends their lead to the largest of the night by 5, 21-16, 4:17 to go here in the first half.
They've gone back to that zone, eh? That man-to-man didn't work a couple times, and they switched back. And a couple steals, and the lead has grown for the Lady Cats. Inside, they try and force it, does Van Far, but it's deflected, and it's going to go out of bounds. I believe it was tipped inside by Sparks, and Van Far will have it in the near corner, literally in the corner.
Yeah, no kidding. Right in front of the Bowling Green student section, which is nice to see. Has several kids in the stands.
They are not socially distanced, you might add. They're just kids, all right?
They'll tell you COVID doesn't exist here.
That's exactly right. 16-footer by Basket, left wing. It's off the mark, no good. Dieters with the rebound. She's aggressive. She pushes it. Now it's a 3-on-2. She splits the defense. Misses the layup, however. Conaway with the rebound for Van Far. One thing you can say about Grace Dieters and her sister going back, they know how to take it to the hole. Pass inside to Cowell is loose. Charlton with another steal. She's having a great defensive first half, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 21-16, Bowling Green on top. 3:27 to play in the half. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
21-16 our score. Bowling Green on top. That's the biggest lead of the night by either club.
So we were talking about Gracie Dieter's sister that know how to take it to the hole. I guess we can assume that Kaylin Charlton got some moves from her sister Kinley, who also just graduated there underneath the basket.
I'm positive that the older sisters are going to try and take credit for their
well,
younger sisters.
I think that's correct. I mean, we've been lucky enough that Kinley sat in on a couple games with us and was very cautious not to show unhappiness when little sister didn't do what she was supposed to, but she definitely gleamed when sister did exactly what she was supposed to.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So out of the timeout, the Bowling Green timeout, they have the ball. Twellman gets it to Womack. She'll shoot it from 15. Off the ring, no good. Rebound off to Isabella Fairchild, who checked into the game during the timeout, and she's whistled for a travel.
Other sponsors of games tonight here on Eagle 102 include Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Hayden's Motorsports, Bowen Construction, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, Taste of Philly, Pike County Title Company.
Fairchild, just a freshman. Keller back into the game. She'll take it to the right block, up off the glass, no good. Womack with the rebound for Bowling Green. Bowling Green's overall size causing problems for the guards from Van Far. They've got a fairly distinct height advantage at the front three positions. Left corner now to Womack. She'll shoot it from 16. It's short, no good, into the far corner. Conaway with the rebound. Down to 2:35 to play in the half. Conaway in the front court, hands it off to Keller. In the far corner to Wilburn. Wilburn now back to Keller. This defense, they go to a man-to-man. Looks like they're going to play man on the miss, zone on the make. Into the corner. They get it inside now to Jansen. Her shot up off the glass and good.
And you were talking about the Van Far needs to find ways to feed it into Jensen because she has a little bit of the height down there, and that's 4 points.
She's just too big on the block. There's nobody that can guard her from Bowling Green, and they'll just pound it into the block on her, and she'll turn around and shoot it. A Fairchild shot from the free throw line is blocked. Another steal for Van Far. Up quickly to basket. She'll drive right baseline up off the glass, and no good. And we've got a tie-up on the rebound. And
Jump ball.
Go to the arrow, and it goes to Bowling Green.
Dieters and Charlton returning now for the Bobcats, as Gam and Fairchild, I believe, takes a seat.
2 freshmen take a seat. Man, that's awesome to see freshmen playing. Get that experience now. Be ready for next year, right?
That's right.
Dieters into the front court to Sparks' right wing. Down on the block to Womack. Her shot's blocked that time by Wilburn. Jensen picks up the loose ball. Van Farrell head the other way, up quickly right wing to basket. She's going to let it fly from 3. Front of the rim, no good. Conaway with the long rebound in the far corner to Keller. Keller in the block to Wilburn. Or checked at the elbow as they whip it around the horn now. Back to Keller. Down to 1:15 to play in the half. Keller spins to the free throw line, pulls up from 15, bounces twice high off the rim. It won't go. Bunch of players to the floor, and it goes out of bounds off of Wilburn, they say.
Several went down.
Yeah, I think they kind of got their feet tangled up. And I heard a bunch of moans from the fans, but that's not a foul.
Yeah, just because we fall does not mean it's a foul.
Back come the Cats, leading by 3, down to exactly a minute to play in the half. Sparks gets it inside to Womack. She'll shoot it from 10. It rattles around and drops. Caitlin Womack with 4, and it's 23-18, matching the biggest lead of the night. Basket now into Jensen on the right block, and it's swatted away by Charlton out of bounds. Well, there you have it.
I noticed Mom and sister down here over in the corner got some pretty big smiles on their face for that one.
Keller will trigger it in right side of the paint on the baseline. 41 ticks to play in the half. Gets it into Conaway. She's hitting 1-3. They need to kind of get her on track. Now they get it into the block to Jensen again. She'll kick it out to Conaway. To Keller. She'll let it fly on the right wing. It's good.
3 threes here in the first half for Keller, excuse me.
23-21. Bowling Green on top, down to 22 ticks to play in the half. Twillman back to Dieters. Dieters in between the circles. They'll back it up and they'll play for 1. Most teams wait too long. We talked about this the other night. Charlton back to Sparks. They whip it around the horn. Now to Dieters. Head of the key. She's going to let it fly from 23. In and out, no good. Rebounds loose on the floor. Picked up by Van Farr. That's Keller. She's not going to get a shot away. And that's going to do it for the first half in action. It's a good first half for both of these teams. Bowling Green goes to the locker room on top, 23-21. Halftime shows next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
23-21, Bowling Green leads it as we're at halftime. They led 14-11, were outscored 10-9 in that second quarter by the Indians, and man, it's a good first half of action.
It was. I'm not going to lie to you, Jim. Didn't really know what to expect. As you mentioned, Bowling Green girls, they've kind of had some valleys and some peaks. You kind of never really know what you're going to get with them until you show up. At Van Farr, they've had some pretty good wins here in the last week or two, so kind of expected them to come out with a little bit of a hot streak going on. So, but so far, these two teams have been fairly balanced.
Not a lot of fouls. Neither team in foul trouble. Not a lot of free throws. Only 2 free throws shot in the entire first half. Those 2 by Van Far. So a quick first half of action nonetheless.
Well, and that's kind of the way we like it. And I tell you what, not sure if we'll see these 2 in a game in the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, but if the game continues to go the way that it is currently or has currently, I look forward to it if it is.
We're not getting paid by the hour?
No.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to renegotiate my contract.
No, there's no renegotiating your contract. You benefit from just sitting here with me.
Oh, my Lord. On that note, let's take a break. 23-21 at half. We'll be back and look at the scoring after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank and Bowling Green Tractor.
Let's take a look at the scoring. First for the visitors, Van Far. They're led by Devin Keller. She hit 3 threes. She's got 9. 4 for Mara Jensen. 3 for Panaconaway on a three-pointer, and 2 each for Annalyn Cowell and Carmen Wilburn. 1 for 2 from the free throw line were the Lady Indians. They turned it over 8 times. They led by as many as 3 early in that first quarter. For Bowling Green, multiple players in the scoring column as well for them. They're led by Gracie Dieters with 8. 5 for Kaylin Charlton, 4 each for Kaylin Womack and Grace Twellman, and 2 for Briley Sparks. Bowling Green did not go to the free throw line, and they turned it over 10 times. So both coaches are probably talking to their teams about taking care of the basketball a little bit. Bowling Green's biggest lead was 5. They led 23 to 18, I should say, and it's now 23-21. So if you're going to have some conversation with your team, you got to take care of the basketball.
Well, and you were talking about free throws, but if you look at the scoreboard, 2 team fouls for Bowling Green, 1 team foul for Van Far. So, as you mentioned, the fouls have been pretty clean, or the girls have been playing a pretty clean game. The fouls aren't being called. So, now, is that going to change here in the second half? Because now we have a lot of fouls to give. Are we going to see a little bit more aggression?
That's a possibility for sure. Although this is the first time I've seen Bowling Green this year, but Van Far, they don't foul a lot, and I like
Bowling Green does, or they can, I guess I should say.
And I don't know if Pat Conaway's had any influence on anything other than the boys program at Van Far, but through the years when he's had all these good teams, they have been really good at not putting the other team on the line and getting to the line themselves. And that's just a fundamental key to winning basketball games.
Well, that's going to take care of our Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report. We've got second half action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
23-21, both teams back on the floor. I was perusing Twitter here to see if we could pick up any scores from around the area. I know if you go, past Montgomery City and west from there, especially south at 70, Highway 70 and south, all the games are being canceled.
They are. We did see that, of course, right now Mark Twain girls are leading Wellsville Middletown. The boys' game has been postponed this evening, so they said they will reschedule that one. Also,
COVID-related, I guess.
They did not specify.
Huh. I thought you had the inside track to all things basketball in this area.
You would think, but that's not going to happen.
You were sloughing on the job today, weren't you?
Was maybe working on a few other technical issues. But speaking of Montgomery County, the girls program, we watched them over at the tournament, and they've got a pretty good girls program.
Right. I know what you're going to say.
They beat Herman for the first time since, 2002? And now they beat him a second time.
Beat him again last night.
Yeah,
I saw that. So Herman's been a state contender for years down there, and so Big Joe, come on, help me. Baysinger.
Mm-hmm.
I played ball against his dad. Has got things going on at Montgomery County for the girls program. And we won't see them until a conference. We'll have a couple conference games
We're
later.
talking about covering the game with Bowling Green. I was going to say bring it up because that's Tuesday night's game,
that is
possibly.
Tuesday night. Well, I knew it was sometime.
It is a conference matchup, though.
There you go. Let's see. Let's look at the lineups. It looks like the original starters are back into the game for Van Far, as they are for Bowling Green. So it'll be Keller, Basket, Jensen, Conaway, and Cowell. For Van Far, Womack, Charlton, Twelman, Dieters, and Sparks for Bowling Green. Van Far moving from our right to our left on your radio dial, dressed in their road blacks here in the second half. Actually, they were wearing the road blacks in the first half, too.
They didn't change jerseys.
Conaway open for three. It's no good. Jensen with the putback. It won't go. And Charlton with the rebound. She fights her way out of a double team, and there's a whistle and a foul.
And I believe that's going to go against Conaway, isn't it? And that's her second? Nope, her first. Team's first.
We talked. You say that about uniforms down at the down at the tournament at Clopton. Louisiana had to go in and change from reds to whites.
They did, and there wasn't a team on the court that had light-colored uniforms.
Shot from the corner from 16 is good. That time by Womack. She likes those corner shots. And it's back to a 4-point lead, 25-21 for the Cats. Basket dribbles outside the arc to the left corner. In a double team now. It's tied up by Twelman. We've got a jump ball.
I want to remind you, other sponsors of tonight's action include Lacrosse Lumber in Vandalia, Briscoe and Brandon, attorneys at law, Liggins Flooring, Elisha Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, and Bolin Chevrolet.
Charlton will throw it in for Bowling Green in the back court. To Dieters, she'll walk it into the front court up by 4. We played a minute here in the third. They're working around against the 2-3 zone of Van Far. Dieters has it between the circles now to Charlton. She'll drive left baseline, nothing doing there. Back to Sparks. Had a key to Dieters. She'll penetrate to the right block, shoots it off the back of the rim. No good. Charlton with the offensive rebound. Her putback's up and good.
Largest lead of the night for the Bowling Green Lady Bobcats, now at 6 with 6:40 to go here in the third.
Charlton's got 7. A good night for her so far. And Bowling Green in a zone. They lob it inside to Jensen. She makes the catch off the glass and good. If she catches it there, she is pretty much automatic because she's got that off the window Shot down pat. 27-23. Bowling Green still on top. Sparks in the far corner to Womack. Now into the mid-post area to Charlton. She has it swatted away by Jensen, but there's going to be a whistle and a foul. And it's going to be an act of shooting. And Bowling Green will get their first free throws of the night.
We talked about that in the halftime report. Caitlin Charlton steps to the line. We'll see if she's good from that charity stripe.
She's a freshman. I don't have any heights of Bowling Green. She makes the first.
I would say she's probably about 5'8", 5'9".
That'd be a pretty good guess. And let's see. We had a sub come in for Van Far. Looks like Wilburn returned for Coel. Second free throw off the back rim, no good. Basket with the rebound for the Lady Indians. They trail by 5. That's the biggest lead of the night for Bowling Green. Conaway to the baseline, gets it to Jensen on the block. It won't go. Gets her own rebound. She'll kick it out the basket. Basket dribbles to the left baseline, straight into a double team to Keller in the mid post to Wilburn. She puts it up off the glass, no good, or off the rim, I should say, no good. Conaway's going to track down the rebound. She loses the handle over the far corner, goes out of bounds, back to Bowling Green. 5:51 to play here in the third. 28-23. Cats lead it.
I see Bowling Green alum and current Van Far athletic director Kelly Borshett kind of perched in the chair at the far end of Van Far's bench.
Twelman as they work it around against this zone. To Dieter. She'll drive right baseline, pulls up from 10. No good. Loose ball rebound goes off of Jensen. Back to the Cats. Yeah, pretty good crowd on hand. If it's you said 4 tickets per player?
I think. Don't hold me to that, but I think so.
Off the inbounds, Dieters gets it back in the corner. Her three's off the mark, no good. Wilburn with the rebound, and she'll hand it off to Keller. They'll head the other way with a little pace. Basket to the left wing. Back to Keller. Keller to Wilburn to Jensen. She'll drive down the paint. Her shot's blocked by Charlton. It's going to go out of bounds off of Jensen and back to Bowling Green. That's the second or third time Charlton's blocked the shot of Jensen.
And she's doing a good job of not making contact when she goes against that block. A lot of times, there's contact, and that's what draws the foul and then sends them to the free throw line. So she's making sure there's plenty of space between her and Jensen and getting all ball there.
Charlton in the high post now. Kicks it to the right wing. That's to Womack. She'll shoot it from 15. It's short, no good. We've got a tie up on the rebound and on the alternating arrow. Van Far will get it back. 4:56 to play in the third. 28-23 still our score. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart here from Bowling Green High School. Glad to have you with us. Radio only tonight as we had video issues that we're going to have to get worked out before next Tuesday, eh?
I don't think we'll have a problem with that. They're already working on it here in the gym. But remember, if you want to catch video while listening to us on the radio or on your KJFM radio app, you just go to Bowling Green High School's YouTube page. They have some video set up as well.
Jensen got it in the post, but she was fouled by Womack with a little hand check. And so Van Far have it underneath their own bucket. Gam back in for 12. And on the inbounds, they get it to the block to Jensen. It won't go. She gets her own rebound. The putback's up and good, and the foul.
She can bring it within 2 if she can drop this free throw.
First chance for an and one, or the old-fashioned three-point play, as I like to call it. Foul is on Dieters, her second. And Jensen to the free throw line for the first time tonight. 6'2". Sophomore. It's off the mark. Charlton with the rebound for the LadyCats. She'll hand it off to Dieters. Dieters into the front court now. Down to 4:30. To Womack. Skips it outside the lane to Gam, and she throws it into the backcourt. They're going to say it was deflected, so Dieters gets it with no problem. Now dribbles it to the block. Her shot's no good, but she's going to be fouled. I think they may get basket. They will.
Be her second.
And Dieters will go to the line to shoot 2.
Team's third. So that answered my question in the halftime. Are we going to see a little bit more aggression? And we are so far.
First free throws off the mark. No good. 28-25. Bowling Green still leads it. Van Far hasn't led since early. They led by 3. Dieters with the second. It's off the back of the rim, no good. But Womack with the offensive rebound, and she'll get it out to Dieters, and they'll reset the offense. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone as they get it into Womack. It's deflected. Charlton gets the loose ball, puts it up, no good.
She's headed to the free throw line.
And I believe they're going to get Jensen. That'll be her second.
Well, she gets that one. Thank Windows Sun Company, Orff Construction, Wood Smoke Meats, Cuda Auto Repair, Central Bank of Audrain County, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory, and Betty Davis Insurance Agency.
Charlton back to the line. She makes the first. She's 2 for 3. She'll get a second. Womack will take a seat. 12 will return for Bowling Green. Charlton with the second. Spins it, doesn't dribble it at all. Fires off the back of the rim. No good. Jensen gets the rebound, but it's swatted out of bounds by Twellman. And Van Farrell maintained possession with 4:02 to play here in the third.
To me, Twellman's always kind of been a silent player. Sometimes you just don't see her coming in.
She is. That's a good description. Silent, stealth maybe even.
Stealthy.
Indians into the front court now. Basket between the circles. Bowling Green in a man-to-man defense. To Keller in the corner. Dribbles it out to the wing. Now headed the key to Conaway. Conaway hands it back to Basket. To Keller. A little bit disjointed on offense. Need to spread it out a little bit. They get it inside to Jensen. Her shot's up. Good. Count the bucket and the foul.
Oh, try it again.
Second chance for a three-point play for Mara Jensen. She's got 6 in the quarter and 10 for the game.
Tag Avery Gam with that one. It'll be her first, team's third.
Jensen, the right-hander, fires, and it's good.
Back to a 1-point lead. Bowling Green leads at 29-28, 3:34 to go here in the third quarter. We've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well as you're listening to Area High School Basketball on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, you made the comment at the halftime show. Will both teams be a little more aggressive? The answer to that question is yes.
As we've seen the fouls double. As there's 3 team fouls for Bowling Green now and 4 for Van Far. So really, Van Far is the one that's really stepped it up. They had 1 team foul in the first half.
1-point lead for Bowling Green. They have the ball out of the timeout. 3:30 to play in the third. Dieters into the front court to Twellman. Back to Dieter's right wing. She'll fire the 3. It's on line. Money.
And nothing but net.
High arcing 3. She's got 11. The lead grows back to 4 at 32-28. Conaway, I think she's only taken 1 shot all night. It was a 3. They need to get her freed up.
Well, really, Keller knocked down 3 threes in the first half, and we haven't seen her attempt many either.
And we've got a loose ball, and Keller is going to be fouled as Jensen ran into Dieters, and let's just say that's not a fair contest.
No. Well, and actually, it almost looks like she clotheslined her, to be honest with you.
Dieters probably goes about 5'6", maybe. And Jensen's 6'2". You lose that one most of the time. Couple subs in. Womack returns, as does Dieters. Or check that. Sparks. Fairchild in as well for Bowling Green. Van Farrell triggered in left side of the paint. Keller to do the honors. She'll lob it into Jensen. Her shot's up. No good. Gets her own rebound, but she's over the top of 12 in that time. And she'll pick up her 3rd foul. And Bowling Green will get the ball back. Three minutes to play in the quarter. I looked on this clock and it said 83 minutes. I was like, what?
That's all right. They just figured out that they had second quarter up there instead of third for a little bit. So
that's Kerry Bibb. We'll give him credit for that.
Credit, blame. We're not sure which way we're actually going with that.
12 in left wing against a man-to-man defense. This trip down by Van Far. Starks gets it in the high post to Dieter. She spins, goes to the glass, up and good. Spun her wheels a little bit on the takeoff, but got it to the glass and scores it. And she's got 13 for the game, and the lead is the biggest of the night at 6, 34-28. And we've got a whistle and an illegal screen, I believe, is going to go against Wilburn. Her first, team's 6, so Bowling Green to shoot free throws from here on out. Charlton back in, 12 to take a seat for the Cats. They lead at 34-28. 2:11 to play here in the third. Charlton gets it to Fairchild on the elbow. Back to Charlton. She'll shoot it from 12. It's good.
Bowling Green starting to flex their muscle here a little bit, open up a lead, their 8-point lead, the largest of the night, with 1:53 to go in the third.
Charlton creeps into double figures with 11. Conaway right wing with 1:45 to play in the third. Head the key now to Wilburn. Bowling Green in a zone. In the corner to Keller. She'll fire the three. It's good.
4 threes tonight for Devin Keller.
She's found the range. Got to get her the basketball. 36-31. Bowling Green still on top, however. 1:30 to play in the third. Charlton left wing. Gets to Womack. She's got a smooth pass to the bucket, but it was swatted from behind by Conaway and came up short. And we'll head the other direction. Wilburn outside the arc on the right wing to Conaway. She'll let it fly from 22. It's off the mark, no good. Deep three that time. Fairchild with the rebound. Gets it to Dieters at the guard. Down to 1:05 to play in the quarter. We're in the third. 36-31. Bowling Green with the ball and the lead. Fairchild right wing gets it to Charlton. She slashes to the bucket on the shovel cut and misses the wide open shot from point blank range. And Van Far gets the rebound. They'll push it up quickly left wing to basket. She'll drive left to the baseline, and her shot's partially blocked. But this time we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And it looks like it's going to go on Charlton, which would be her second. To the line, Haley Basket. She's 1 for 2 so far tonight. Make it 1 for 3. Coel will return, as will Twommen for their respective clubs. Fairchild will take a seat, as will Jensen. 43 ticks to play here in the third. 36-31. Bowling Green on top. Basket's second free throws on the mark. And it's a 4-point lead for Bowling Green. We're under a minute. Dieters dribbles to the front court, and Coach Jared Runyon calls a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 36-32, 36 ticks to play in the third. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
36-32. Bowling Green leads it.
Jim, I've noticed looking over in the student section for Bowling Green, at least, that I'm seeing a few mullets going on. And I think it was last week we were talking about man buns making a return. We decided at KJFM Radio that you should be our designated man bun. And we think that you would look good with your hair.
Yeah, a man bun. Am I going to cook up a bun and tie it to my hair? I don't have enough hair.
You just have to let your hair grow out for it, Jim.
I'm putting together an all-hair team and an all-shoe team.
Oh.
For one of my view for the baselines at the end of the season.
Are you?
We've got, if I remember right, Van Far, they've got a couple shoe contenders, if I remember.
Okay.
And I haven't seen Bowling Green since early. They had some hair contenders, but I don't know if they got haircuts or not. We'll see tonight.
I know that Harrison Hunt is sitting over there, and he still does not have a haircut. So
Bowling Green has it out of the timeout, down to 26 ticks to play. We're in the third. Dieters drilling out near the center court circle. To Twellman. They've got a specific play called out of that timeout. Let's see if they can execute. Down to 13. Are they going to wait too long? Down to 10. And they nearly throw it away. Dieters is going to track it down. Gets it to Charlton. She turns, goes to the hole, up off the glass, no good. And she'll go to the line, and I'm 100% confident that wasn't the play that was drawn up. But nonetheless, Kaylin Charlton will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Foul will go on Coel, I should say. Her first. Charlton's first one's off the mark. Too long. She'll get a second. As Fairchild returns, Womack will take a seat.
With 3.8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. As you mentioned, Bowling Green leads by 4.
Second free throw by Charlton. Back of the rim, no good. Van Far with the rebound, and they're not going to get a shot off before the buzzer, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, the Bowling Green LadyCats 36, the Lady Indians for Van Far 32. Your fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Cellular & Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular & Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
13-11 scoring advantage for Bowling Green in that third quarter. They lead at 36-32, and Marianne, I'm guessing this was going to come down to the wire.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's probably going to really depend on, Jim. I think you and I can both agree is if Van Far can get the ball into Keller's hands and she can continue being hot. She's got 4 threes here already in the first 3 quarters. So if they can get that to her or get it in down low to Jensen, that's going to play in favor for Van Far. However, Bowling Green, their defense has been pretty tight tonight. We've talked about Charlton having several blocks on the evening. Dieters has gotten in there and gotten a couple steals. Grace Twellman, she kind of comes in and disrupts some things. So as long as their defense holds on, I think the Lady Cats are going to pick up another win tonight.
Twellman, Dieters, Sparks, Fairchild, and Womack to start for Bowling Green. Keller, Conaway, Coel, Wilburn, and basket for Van Far. Bowling Green has it as we start the fourth. Dieters backs it up and resets the offense. Van Far starts in a zone. 3 ball on the way from Twellman. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound bounces to Keller. She'll take the first possession of the fourth quarter for Van Far. Left wing to basket. Basket puts it on the ground. Right wing to Conaway. Back to basket. Bowling Green in a straight-up man.
I tell you what, I know it's probably not the play that Coach Minner would have liked to do, but I would have liked to watch Keller just run down right there to the top of the key and drain another 3. She had the space because Bowling Green wasn't coming out and putting any pressure on her.
She has the ball being hounded by Sparks, and now Sparks is going to foul her. She's doing good so far for a while, and then got her body in there, a little hip check action. And the bad part about it is she's the one who went to the floor.
And I think that's the 7th team foul if they get it up there. It is, so. Okay, so it's not, so I can't read, apparently, or they're quicker than I thought.
That Kerry Bibbs quick on the draw, man. You got to watch him. So Van Far will have it after the timeout in the far corner to Conaway. They'll lob it into Jensen, who just checked into the game, and she traveled. Little bunny hop in there. They've straightened out the turnovers. No turnovers for Bowling Green. That's the second turnover for Van Far here in the second half. We talked about that at the break, 10 and 8 respectively. And that was one of the conversations that happened. Almost bet money. Charlton gets it inside. As soon as I say that, Bowling Green gets their first turnover stolen away by Jensen.
Glad to know I'm not the only person who jinxed our area teams.
Keller back into the front court for Van Far. Looking for a pick from Wilburn. Wilburn now pops out and gets it at the head of the key. Back to Keller. Just a little bit out of sync offensively. Keller dribbles by the defender, goes straight to the bucket and shoots a layup.
Guess if you can't get it from behind the arc, you can take it straight to the hole yourself.
Well, they're guarding against that 3, and she drove by Sparks, and nobody picked her up. She went right to the bucket for a wide open layup, and it's a 2-point game, 36-34. Pass goes between the legs of Charlton, picked up by Fairchild. Back to Charlton. She'll pull up from 15. It's off the glass, no good. But there's a whistle and a foul.
I almost need another camera directly on Coach Heather Minter because she's pretty animated over there at the side, and that was kind of fun to watch.
You know, at Van Far, Charlton goes to the line, she'll get 2 shots. Misses the first, she'll get a second. You know, Van Far, when we broadcast, we're on the stage, so we're right there close to the coaches. And we were talking about we need to put sound bites together, the coaches, because she was saying some funny stuff, boy. It was.
You could put her and Coach Tony Francis and Coach Robert Alejandro.
Second free throw by Charlton's no good, so she's come up empty the last 2 trips.
Jared Ackright, by the way, from Mark Twain, if you're looking for some.
Lots of funny stuff. Keller dribbles it off the foot of Twellman over the far corner. It goes out of bounds back to Van Far. They'll trigger it in as, speaking of Coach Minner, having a conversation with one of the officials. It's pepperoni.
Well, actually, I think they're talking about. See, she's a big LSU fan, so I think they're probably. Yeah, I think they're probably talking college sports.
I won't hold that against her.
We try not to.
Vanpar gets the inbound pass to Keller. Keller at the head of the key. Yep, she's going to pull up. That's from 22 and good. Woo! That was deep, man. I about blew out her speakers. That was long range for Keller. Her 5th three-pointer. She's got 17, and Vanpar retakes the lead. It's 37-36. Inside now to Twellman. She'll kick it out to Fairchild. To Charlton. Charlton slices down the paint, dribbles it off her knee out of bounds. As for the first time, the fans get into this a little bit. It's been quiet, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And Sparks will return. Charlton will take a seat for Bowling Green. 5:25 to play. I'm glad I got you with me because anytime I'm with Mr. Froelich, it's overtime.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in overtime.
That's what I'm telling you. Keller dribbles off a pick and roll, pulls up from 15. It's good.
So, we talk about Keller getting the ball.
Charge, yeah.
Keller getting the ball through the hoop, and that one wasn't a three, but it was still an outside shot.
And the lead grows back to 3. That's the biggest of the game for Vanpar. They haven't led since the first quarter. Sparks hands it back to Dieter. She'll pull up from 10 from the corner in the short corner. It's short, no good. Goes off the fingertips. They're going to say it's off of Bowling Green. Back to Vanpar.
So we'll see if the Lady Indians can hold on for 4 minutes and 52 seconds and pick up another win and a conference win tonight.
A lot of time.
A lot of time.
A lot of lifetime. 4 minutes and 50 seconds is a lifetime. Keller into the front court. Bowling Green in the man-to-man. She's guarded by Dieters. Now she'll get it off to Wilburn. Wilburn dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it out to Conaway. Conaway guarded by Sparks. It's deflected, but she saves it inbounds back to Vanpar. Basket now at the head of the key. Spins into the paint, backs down. Twellman goes up with a shot. It's blocked by Twellman. Is loose, and we've got a held ball, and I think there's going to be a foul.
I think they're going to call it on basket the way she's kind of walking off, and then I think Bowling Green's going to walk to the other end and shoot a 1-on-1. They do nail basket with that one.
Her 3rd and the 9th team foul, so Grace Twellman will get her first free throw opportunities and a 1-on-1 opportunity.
Charlton said to check in for her if she makes this one.
Twellman, a junior, wears number 12 and rattles it home with the left hand.
Tell you what, she had a really nice volleyball season early this fall.
She'll get a second. Dribbles it with the right hand, shoots it with the left. And it's nothing but net as well. She shoots free throws better than her daddy, I can tell you that for a fact. And it's a 1-point lead for Vanpar.
But is he right-handed or left-handed? That might be the decision. I mean, she is one of the triplets, so.
That's right. He is right-handed.
Okay.
Or he was, unless he's changed. 39-38, Vanpar with the lead and the ball. 4:15 to play in the game. Down they try to get it to Jansen, but it's going to be swatted out of bounds by Womack on the entry pass, and Vanpar will take it out right side of the bucket. Keller to throw it in. Gets it to Jensen. She's outside the lane. She's not going to shoot from there. They give it back to Keller. Now to Conaway. Conaway left wing to basket.
Conaway is one we haven't seen drain a 3 yet this evening.
Basket tries to get into Wilburn. She'll tip it out to Keller outside the arc on the right wing. Now into the block to Jensen. It's deflected and is going to go out of bounds off of Bowling Green. They're really collapsing on Jensen. They figured out you can't let her catch it in the block. And Vanpar will have it in the far corner. Man, we've had more deep corner throw-ins in this game than we've seen all year, actually. Keller looks for help, now gets it to basket right in front of the Vanpar bench. She'll put it on the floor with the left hand to the head of the key. Hands it back to Keller between the circles. Down to 3:45 to play in the game. Keller dribbles in, got away with a travel. Her shot's up and good. May have got deflected, but Keller having a big game, big second half. She's got 12 and a half. 21 for the game. Sparks dribbles into the paint. Her shot's partially blocked, and basket comes away with the loose ball, and it will be fouled by Sparks.
Should walk to the other end, and basket will head to the charity stripe for a 1-and-1 as it's the 7th team foul. See, I got him this time. He didn't get that number 7 put up there before.
What was a pretty quick first half.
Has come to a crawl.
We'll ground to a halt now with both teams shooting free throws. And basket to the charity stripe for the Lady Indians, the 5'8 junior. She's 2 for 4 from the line. She'll miss the front half of the one-on-one. Womack with the rebound for the Lady Cats. To Dieters, they need a bucket. Across the timeline. Left wing now to Charlton. Charlton gets it inside to Twelman. Her shot's swatted away by Jensen and picked up by Keller. And she'll be fouled. And let's see, we're going to walk to the other end and shoot free throws, aren't we? Or are they going to call it an offensive
They're going to
foul?
call it an offense. Well, did they even call a foul? Or did they call a jump ball?
Maybe they just called it out of bounds, I guess. They didn't switch the arrow, so Van Far gets it back. They lead by 3, 41-38. 3 minutes to play in the game. Conaway ahead of the key, guarded by Twelman. Back to Wilburn. Wilburn hands it to Conaway, now to Keller. Keller dribbles it outside the arc. It's forced inside, loose, and they're going to say it's off of Bowling Green. Back to Van Far, down to 2:45 to play in the game. Keller to throw it in about halfway between the paint and the three-point arc on the baseline. She looks, and she'll get it into Jensen, back to Keller. She eyes the three, decides not to take it. She'll reset the offense now with 2:40 to play. Into the paint now to Jensen. She'll put it up off the glass, no good. Womack with the rebound for Bowling Green. To Dieters. Bowling Green played better when they pushed the pace a little bit and then reset it. Haven't been able to do that so far. Charlton's going to fire a deep three. It's no good. Fairchild with the long rebound. Gets it back to Dieters. Dieters skips it to the far corner. To the baseline, Womack with the shot. It's off the mark, no good. And Jensen's going to tie up with Charlton. And on an alternating arrow, it'll go back to Van Far. 2:18 to play. Time starting to be a factor here. 41-38. No full court pressure this time by Bowling Green. Full court man, it looks like. Nope, it's going to be a 1-2-2 zone. Pass deflected, stolen by Dieters. She shoots it up off the glass and good. I don't think she meant to shoot it. She looked like she was going to pass. Now the ball's loose and stolen away by Dieters again. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
We got some rowdy fans, too.
Both sides fired up.
Yeah, they are.
Kind of funny when everything was all quiet. Nobody had anything to say about the officiating at all. Now it's got close. Everybody's all wired.
Well, it is funny because, as we mentioned, fouls in the first half were pretty non-existent.
Dieters at the free throw line, drains the first of two. And we're tied at 41. 2:03 to play in the game. Dieters with the second. It's online and rattles in and drops. And Bowling Green retakes the lead, and they want a timeout. It's the 30-second timeout. 42-41. Bowling Green leads at 2:03 to play in the game. That's the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Well, let's see if your overtime prediction holds up, huh?
Look, have I ever lied to you?
Let's not go there. 2:03 to play, 42-41. Bowling Green on top. Van Far has the basketball. Into the front court comes Keller. She's had the hot hand. She gets a pick and roll. Her shot blocked as she went to the glass. And a foul whistled on Twelman. That'll be her first. And that'll send Devin Keller to the line to shoot two shots.
Oh, I love the fans. Love them.
Aren't they hilarious? Keller's first one's on the way. Good. We're tied. 42-all. She'll get a second.
The good news is, Jim, is even with the reduced attendance, it sounds like the gym is full.
It does. Second one rattles in. So lead change again. Now Heather Minner wants a timeout. 43-42. Van Far leads it now. 1:51 to play in the ball game. It's the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Well, we mentioned early on, this one's coming down to the wire. We got that part of it right.
We got that part of it right, and it's been a very good game. I mean, it's been fun to watch. Both teams playing pretty well. It's been back and forth, so, it's one of those ones where it's just been fun.
It has. Somebody's going to be upset here in about a few seconds. This clock here at Bowling drives me batty because it counts down the timeout.
I think there's a minute 50 left.
Unknown reason.
Look at me, a minute 51.
Well, your math is usually
we don't question
questionable at best.
Yes.
So 151 is correct, and Bowling Green has it trailing by 1. Looks like man-to-man by Van Far. Dieter's into the front court, guarded by Wilburn. Right wing or left wing, I should say, to Charlton. She's got basket on her. They'll get it in the block to Twellman. Her shot's no good. She gets her own rebound, and we've got a whistle and a jump ball. As she's tied up, but the arrow will give it back to Bowling Green, so they'll have it underneath their own bucket. Left side of the paint with 1:36 to play. Dieters to throw it in. Do they have a good inbounds play against the man-to-man? They do. Charlton's wide open, and she scores.
Nice play there. Charlton just brought it to the near block. She was wide open and went straight up with it.
And the lead back to Bowling Green, 44-43, down to 1:25 to play. Basket left wing to Conaway. She's wide open for three. From the rim, no good. Long rebound to Keller on the backside. Gets the basket, kicks it out of the key to Conaway. Right wing now to Keller. Down to 1:15 to play. Keller on the drive, puts it up off the glass. Runner won't go, gets her own rebound, and she'll be fouled from behind by Dieters. And Keller will go back to the charity stripe and get 2 shots. Dieters' third. They say it's her fourth. Maybe I can't read my own handwriting. She's got 4. Keller to the lines, drains the first. She's perfect from the free throw line so far this evening.
Way to jinx her, Jim.
I didn't say how many.
You said she was perfect.
Well, it might just mean 1 for 1, right?
Could be.
Who knows? If you've been listening, you know better than that. No jinx from Jim. She's
no
4
jinx
for
4.
Jim. And it's back to a 1-point lead for Van Far. Back and forth we go. Dieters to Charlton in the front court. Spins into the paint. Pulls up from 8. Off the glass. No good. Rebounds loose. Jensen's going to get it for Van Far. Off to Conaway. We're under a minute to play. To Keller. Into the front court. They don't have to foul yet. Ball's loose on the floor, and it's going to be a tie-up as Twellman slid in with Keller. Good hustle play by Twellman that time.
And really, Dieters needs to watch it now. She's got 4 fouls, number 1. Number 2, you don't want to foul out. You don't want to send in Van Far to the free throw line.
Alternate arrow gives it to Van Far. Conaway will trigger it in between the score table and the bench. She'll get it into Wilburn. Wilburn back to Conaway. Get it in the senior's hands. She'll dribble left wing to Basket. Basket puts it on the floor. Nowhere to go now. Picks up her dribble, and it's deflected loose, and Jensen picks up the loose ball. Back to Keller, down to 33 seconds. Keller on the dribble. Her pass deflected, goes out of bounds. Back to Van Far. Twellman with a good defensive play. But Van Far will maintain possession with 28 seconds. Now you got to start thinking about fouling if you're Bowling Green. If you can't steal this inbound, or steal it before they get into the front court as they throw it in just a step into the back court. Basket looks, and we've got a whistle and a timeout. Good timeout that time by Heather Minter to save the turnover. 28.6 to play in the game. 45-44. Don't go away. This one's coming down the wire. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
So, Van Far will have the ball right here below us. We're opposite the benches, just one step into the back court. And Heather Mentor's going to try and figure out how to get the ball in bounds.
She is, and I tell you what, if it's me, I'm putting it in the hands of Keller.
Without a question, you got to get her the basketball. And I'm guessing if they can't steal it on the inbounds or time up before they get into the front court, they will foul and put somebody on the line. They don't necessarily want to put Keller, but that's why they call it strategy and coaching, right?
That's right, and while they come out and get set up, I want to thank Bowling Green Lumber, One Multi-Sports Complex, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Calvert's Insurance Agency, and County Market in Vandalia, all sponsors of area high school basketball tonight here on Eagle 102.
Man-to-man defense by Bowling Green. Basketball triggered inbounds. She gets it to Keller. Keller taking the long way around and throws it away. Stolen by Dieters. She'll take it to the glass with the left hand. No good. Rebounds loose on the floor. Charlton comes up with it, and her shot's off the glass and no good. But we've got a whistle and a foul.
Now the key here's some big free throws for the young freshman.
And she struggled from the line here in the second half, but she'll get 2 shots. A 1-point lead for Van Far. First one's on its way. It rattles around and drops. We're tied. She'll get a second. Here we go. Your overtime thing's going to get broke tonight.
Maybe.
Charlton with the second. She eyes it, fires. That one's nothing but net. And Bowling Green takes the lead, 46-45. Van Far gets it into Keller. Left wing to basket, down to 14 seconds, and Coach Minner calls a timeout. It'll be a 30-second, I believe.
Yeah,
so let's
we probably should keep it right here.
We don't want to miss the last 13 seconds.
That's right. No.
Back and forth this game. I didn't keep track of lead changes, but there has been a bucket load of them in this ball game.
There has, and I tell you what, we've seen a little bit of everything tonight. We've seen definitely good defense underneath the basket. We've seen strong defense out around the arc. We've seen what Keller's knocked down 4 or 5 threes here in this basket. 5. We saw her take it to the hole. We've seen Dieters be aggressive out front on the defense, but she's picked up 4 fouls, so she's held strong here in the final few seconds to not foul out of this basketball game. Charlton and Twellman have had big blocks. It's just been fun.
It has. So now you got to play defense. Van Far will have it free throw line extended in their front court. Bowling Green comes out. Looks like they're going to play man-to-man. Wilburn to trigger it in. Gets it to Keller. Down to 12 seconds. Keller guarded by Dieters. Dribbles to the right side. Her runner's up. Short. No good. Rebound to Fairchild, and she'll be fouled with 5.1 to play. So the freshman will walk to the other end. Isabella Fairchild, and she'll get 2 shots with a chance to stretch this 1-point lead. Foul is on basket, her 4th.
All we can do at this point is hope the boys' games is close and exciting as this one.
Fairchild with the first. High archer, front of the rim, no good. She'll get a second. Second one's kind of important. It makes them have to score a field goal rather than a free throw with 5 seconds. It's going to be no good. Jensen with the rebound. Van Far's going to have to hurry. They get it to Keller. Keller back to Conaway, and that's going to do it. They couldn't get a shot off, and Bowling Green is going to win their second game of the year and raise their record to 2-9 with a 46-45 thrilling victory over the Lady Indians of Van Far. The postgame show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MERC Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, that was a thrilling game here tonight from Bowling Green High School, an EMO conference matchup. And the LadyCats from Bowling Green get their second win of the season with a 46-45 win over Van Far. Bowling Green led at 14-11 to end the first quarter. Outscored Van Far 10-9 in the second. Went to the locker room, or Van Far, I should say, outscored them 10-9 and went to the locker room on top 23-21, a 13-11 scoring advantage in the third. And Bowling Green led 36-32, but Van Far a 13-10 scoring advantage in the fourth, and 2 free throws by Kaylin Charlton late in that game gave Bowling Green the 1-point lead, and they were able to hold on, and they win it by the final score of 46-45, and what a game.
That was quite a game, and we're getting ready to go for the boys, and so if you want to run down some scoring real quick, totals, we can reset things and head into the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show.
You're awful bossy.
I am bossy.
Big night for Devin Keller, career night for her. She led Van Far with 25 points. Mara Jensen with 11. 3 for Panna Conaway, 2 each for Haley Basket, Annalyn Cowell, and Carmen Wilburn. They were 7 for 11 from the line, turned it over 12 times. For Bowling Green, a couple players in double figures as well, led by Gracie Dieters with 17, 15 for Kaylin Charlton, 6 for Grace Twellman, 4 for Kaylin Womack, or check that, 6 for Kaylin Womack. Can't add my own scoring.
That's what you get to make fun of me for my addition, my math skills.
And 2 for Briley Sparks. They didn't shoot a free throw in the first half, but shot 18 in the second half, but they were 8 for 18. But there were 2 very important ones in there.
They were 2 very important.
Charlton made it in the final seconds to give them the 1-point lead. They win it 46-45. That'll do it for the girls' game. Van Far drops to 5-3 on the season. As I said, Bowling Green with their second win. They are 2-9. Don't go away. We'll reset things here. Both boys' teams are on the floor. It should be a good one as well. Here's the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And we're now getting ready for boys action here. As Jim mentioned, both teams on the court. Van Far, they've had some ups and downs this year, but it kind of related to, I think, more COVID matters where they had some players who were out quite often.
Been up as of late. They've won 3 in a row. Defeated South Shelby Tuesday night, I believe, 61-49. Bowling Green's last outing was a win as well, their first win of the season.
Yep.
as they beat Mark Twain 53-12. So both teams coming in on a little bit of a high note on positive vibes, and this is going to be a definite contrast in styles because Bowling Green's big and physical, and they don't shoot it that well. Van Far's small and quick, and they shoot it well.
They do shoot it well.
So it'll be interesting to see how the contrast in styles play out here tonight in this the boys game, and we're glad to have you with us. Let's take a break, and we'll be back
with your keys to the game.
We're going to do
keys to the game, brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate here on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Okay, Coach Marianne, what are the keys to this game?
Take care of the basketball.
Oh, you're just going to go with the
Stay out of foul trouble.
Standard stuff, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I've seen Van Far play one time, and they weren't at full staff, we'll call it. I think you're going to see Conaway. You want to see him get hot behind that three-point line because he's done a lot of damage to teams back there. So, I mean, I think you're going to see good ball movement. Don't take those shots just because they're quick shots. Make sure you take good shots. And then as the standards, take care of the basketball. Don't turn it over. Make your free throws. Stay out of foul trouble.
The question is, can Van Far handle the physicality, and how the game's officiated will go a long ways towards how this ends up. Damon Long had a huge night, had 23 or 4, I think, against Ellsbury on Monday night. And, of course, then Bowling Green's got to find somebody that can score points. I would be shocked if Van Far doesn't just pack in a little 2-3 zone, try and keep everybody out of the paint, and make Bowling Green shoot 15-footers or out.
So there you go. There's your keys to the game, right?
We'll find out. We'll see how right we are or wrong we are.
That's right.
Might be a better way to put how wrong we are.
How wrong we are. That's going to take care of the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show. We've got your starting lineups and opening tip next here on Eagle 102.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Happy New Year from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visitors, Vanfar Indians in their road blacks with the Indian mosaic on their shoulders and down their piping. Going to go with a little bigger lineup tonight. Starting for them, a 5'8 freshman, number 4, Damon Long. A 5'9 senior, number 5, Latrell Wright. A 6' junior, number 12, Hunter Scroggin. A 5'6 freshman, number 24, Nikos Conaway. And a 5'8 senior, number 33, Preston Burnett. Burnett, Conaway, Scroggin, Wright, and Long for the Vanfar Indians, and head coach Pat Conaway for Bowling Green. A 6' senior, number 1, Michael Starks. A 5'8 junior, number 10, Owen Niemeyer. A 6' junior, number 12, Braden Heidecker. A 6'1 sophomore, number 22, Gunnar Bryant. And a 6'2 sophomore, number 24, Dylan Dalton. Dalton, Starks, Bryant, Heidecker, and Niemeyer for head coach Brandon McCann. I believe, what is this, his 3rd year?
Oh, it's
maybe
a
4.
little. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe a little bit longer than that.
Time flies when you're having fun, right? 5-6, Vanfar Indians record 1-8. Bowling Green with their first win, as I said, on Tuesday night, and it'll be Bryant jumping center against Scroggin. Bowling Green in their home whites with red numbers, black trim. As I said, Vanfar in the road blacks with black numbers and yellow trim. Bryant and Scroggins, Bowling Green moving from our right to our left on your radio dial. We're radio only tonight. Glad to have you with us. And the opening tip is controlled by Vanfar. Bowling Green comes out in a man-to-man defense. A distinct height advantage across the board for Bowling Green. And that's going to cause problems, I think, for Vanfar. Bowling Green can stay out of foul trouble. Long, open from 3. He'll let it go. It's good. He did that all night. Against Ellsbury, these guys can shoot. You can't give them a breath. And Damon Long starts the night off with the 3-pointer for Vanfar. Heidecker on the right wing for Bowling Green. Man-to-man defense. That's a little surprising to me by Vanfar. Get inside now to Bryant. His spin-around jumper. He rattles home from the left block.
I feel like this is kind of reminiscent of the girls' game.
A little full court pressure by Bowling Green. No problem for the Indians. Left wing to Conaway. He'll shoot the 3. It's good. Conaway and Long are freshmen, folks. And they've hit their first 2 3-pointers. And Vanfar leads by 4, 6-2. Starks left wing had the key to Bryant. Right wing now to Niemeyer. Niemeyer gets it inside. That's Dalton. His shot up off the rim. No good. Heidecker with the rebound, but he brings it down to his waist, and that's where the little guys are. And Conaway ties him up, and on the alternating arrow, Bowling Green will maintain possession. Got to keep it above your head so the little guys can't get a hold of it. Heidecker triggered in left side of the paint. And there's an illegal pick. That'll go against Bryant.
While we walk to the other end, or they get set for that, I want to thank Pike County Title Company, A Taste of Philly, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, Bowen Construction, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and Ross County Mutual Insurance, all sponsors of area high school basketball tonight on Eagle 102.
Well, it looks like a man-to-man press by Bowling Green. They'll try and jump and trap if they can. But Conaway breaks that with ease and now has his pocket pick from behind by Starks. First turnover of the game on Vanfar. First turnover of the game by either team. To Bryant. He'll go to the glass up and scores. Gunnar Bryant, the sophomore, he's got all 4. It's 6-4. Right up the near sideline into the front court now. We're across from the bleachers. If you're just joining us, across from the bleachers, across from the benches, I should say.
That's right, up in the Eagles' nest.
In the Eagles' nest. Bryant open from 3. Had the keys good. Right. Vanfar's hit 3 3-pointers, and they lead 9-4. We told you they could shoot in the pregame. They've proven us right so far. Niemeyer on the right wing for Bowling Green in the post area. Up and for Dalton, it won't go. Right with the rebound. He splits the double team, still has the ball, and it's fouled. And is that on Bryant?
I think they're going to call it on Wright, aren't they? Nope.
It's going to be the second on Bryant, so that's no good for Bowling Green.
Yeah, they say it's his first, or they just haven't put up the second one yet.
I see Coach Brandon McCann is not on the bench, and Coach Craig is doing the coaching for Bowling Green tonight. Craig Smith. Don't know what the story is by Coach McCann. Inside to right, his shot from point-blank range won't go. Man, good look from the backdoor pass. And Bowling Green heads the other way. Starks into the front court, picks up his loose ball, gets it back to Niemeyer between the circles. We played about 3 minutes in the first quarter, 9-4, Van Far on top. Had the key to Bryant. Right wing to Niemeyer. Niemeyer now to Heidecker outside the arc, left wing to Starks. He'll whip it inside to Bryant. Too hot to handle, he dribbles it on the baseline. And the second turnover of the game for Bowling Green will give it back to Van Far, leading 9-4. Conaway has Heidecker riding him like a pony and is whistled for the foul.
And you talk about a height difference there.
Oh, I mean, Heidecker goes at 6 foot.
And I think he's a little bit taller than that, to be honest.
Conaway's 5'6".
And I think he's a little bit shorter than that.
I would agree with that. We were talking about that the other night. I was 6'3". My whole college career, I've never been 6'3" in my life unless I was standing on something. Back come the Indians of Van Far with the lead, 9-4. Conaway had the key to Long. He's open for three again. Back the ring, no good that time. Long rebound to Niemeyer. He looks to run, and he's going to be fouled by Long.
So this game a tad bit more aggressive already than the girls' game.
Long, Niemeyer fell on top of him. He comes up limping a little bit. But he's just a freshman. He's got those rubbery bones still.
That's right. Caden Chandler checking in the basketball game now for the Bobcats as Dalton takes a seat.
Starks will trigger it into the backcourt to Niemeyer. He'll walk it across the timeline now. Starks left wing. He'll look at the shuffle cut and now dribbles into the corner, picks it up, still has his dribble to Heidecker between the circles. He'll look right wing to Niemeyer, down to 4:25 to play in the first. Niemeyer splits the defense, drops it off to Bryant. His shot's up, no good, but there's a whistle and a foul. Good feed by Niemeyer that time to Bryant. He couldn't convert it, but he'll get a couple of free throws for his efforts.
9-4 our score. 4:20 to go. Still in the first quarter. Van Far has the lead.
Conaway with the foul, his first. Bryant with an interesting approach to free throw shooting as he makes the first. He dribbles it left to right to left to right. Most guys just dribble it straight up and down.
Well, apparently it worked because he sunk the first one.
Whatever works for you. Just something you don't see every day is Charlie Bowen checks in for Bowling Green. Heidecker takes a seat. Second free throw by Bryant. Rattles in and out. Offensive rebound on the glass is Chandler, and he's going to be fouled.
So he'll make a trip to the free throw line as well. And while they do that, I want to thank Boland Chevrolet, Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, Ligon Flooring, Briscoe and Brandon's Attorneys at Law, and Lacrosse Lumber in Vandalia.
Foul is on Scroggin, his first. And Caden Chandler will get a couple of free throws. First one's off the front rim, no good.
I understand he gets his free throw shooting from his dad when he does that. That's right, Alan. I'm calling you out.
Well, let's see if he can make this and help Dad out a little bit. It's off the back of the rim, no good as well.
When he makes them, he gets it from his grandma, Coralie Chandler.
There you have it. Van Far into the front court, leading by 4, 4:10 to play in the first. Right against this man-to-man defense. They working around the horn to Long. Back to Conaway. His three's way off the mark that time. Rebound to Chandler. He'll get it to Niemeyer. He'll look to push space, but he has it stolen from behind by Wright. Wright back into the front court, slams on the brakes, gets it to Long. He ball fakes, drives right baseline, gets the defender in the air, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
I'm feeling we're going to be shooting lots of free throws this evening, Jim.
You're right so far. As Damon Long will go to the line, he'll get 2. We'll see who they chose to call that foul on.
Chandler picks up his first, team's 4th.
Long, just a freshman. And I've yet to figure out he can shoot it with either hand, it looks like to me, as the first one goes in.
Oh, is he an ambidextrous one as well?
He shot the other night. He shot some with the right hand, some with the left hand. It was kind of.
He's just keeping you guessing.
That's it. Into the game for the first time, Marcus Starks, as well as Dalton returns for the Cats. Long with the second. Dribbles it hard with the right hand, spins it, and drains it again. He's got 5. The lead is 6, biggest of the game for the Indians. Michael into the front court. Starks boys both in the game. DeBowen at the free throw line, back to Michael. Between the circles, down to 3:35 to play here in the first. To Marcus Starks. He'll get it to the left short corner to Bowen. He'll shoot it from 15 and good.
Charlie with the 2 points brings it within 4.
Full court pressure again. 1-2-2 zone press. Right, splits it right down the middle, gets it to Scroggin. He misses the layup. Burnett high for the rebound. Now it's loose on the floor, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the floor. Good hustle, and the alternating arrow will go to Bowling Green.
Niemeyer and Bryant set to check back in this basketball game for the Bobcats.
A lot of athleticism on the floor tonight.
Coming in from Michael Starks and Caden Chandler.
11-7. Van Far leads it. 3:10 to play in the first. Bowen left wing, looks at the shovel cut, now on a pick and roll with Dalton, and his pass inside is too tall. And the 4th turnover on Bowling Green will give it back to Van Far with 3:03 to play in the first. Wright gets it into Conway. Back to Wright, he'll ball fake. And once they get it in bounds, Bowling Green breaks into a man-to-man. Gets out of the zone if they can't trap that inbounds pass. Into the front court, skip pass inside, now to Wright. He'll whip it to the right wing. It's loose, picked up by Burnett. Burnett had the key to Wright. Nowhere to go from him. Good defense by Bowen. Pass underneath to Conaway. To Scroggin. His shot is no good, but he's blocked from behind, and they'll call Bryant with the foul, and that'll be his 3rd, I believe.
No, they never did put the second one up, so I'll be anxious to see if they
it is 2. So they must have called the first one on Heidecker because it was 20-something. Of course, there's a bunch of 20-somethings out there.
That is true.
22. So to the line is Hunter Scroggin with his first free throw opportunities. The first one's up and good. He'll get a second.
While they get set, want to thank Bowling Green Lumber, One Multi-Sports Complex, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Calvert's Insurance Agency, and County Market in Vandalia.
Heidecker back into the game. Brian will take a seat with those 2 fouls. Scroggin with the second. It's in front of the rim, crawls over and drops. He's perfect from the free throw line, and the lead is back to 6, matching the biggest of the night at 13-7. Down to 2:30 to play in the first. Heidecker had the key right wing to Niemeyer. Skip pass left side to Marcus. Marcus back to Niemeyer. Now inside to Bowen. He gives it back to Heidecker. He'll go up in a crowd off the glass. No good. Scroggin with the rebound for Van Far. They immediately double team him. He'll get it to Wright. Wright looks for some space on the dribble into the front court. Whips it to Conaway. To Burnett. Burnett penetrates to the free line, kicks it to Long. His 3's back the ring, no good. Scroggin high for the rebound for Van Far, and then we have a foul. After the rebound, that one will be on the floor, I believe.
I believe that is where they pointed.
And I think they're going to get Heidecker. It's his second, so that's who the first foul was on that we had mixed up, or I had mixed up. And Michael Starks will return. Heidecker will take a seat with 2. So just 6 team fouls for Bowling Green.
Yeah, in the first quarter, mind you.
2 on Bryant, 2 on Heidecker, and they're both on the bench. Long triggers it in against this man-to-man defense. They'll get it to Wright in the far corner. And he has it stolen away by Marcus Starks. He'll head the other way. Tries to split the defense. That won't work. And we've got a loose ball. And on the alternating arrow, it'll go back to Van Far. 5th turnover of the game for Bowling Green. 3rd on Van Far as Coach Conway tried to get a timeout, but he said no, it was already tied up.
And then I think the officials had a little bit of words with the boys on the court. Remind them that they're not playing football any longer.
Well, it got frisky Monday night against Ellsbury, I can tell you that. And there's Starks. No whistle there. Could have been a foul. As they work a little weave action, DeLong on the right wing, guarded by Marcus. Long goes into the paint, puts it up in the crowd. It's no good. Scroggin with the rebound. His putback's up off the mark as well. Loose rebound. Bowen comes away with it. Distinct advantage for Bowling Green on the boards. Bowen's going to the glass. His layup's good. Nobody stepped in front of him. Charlie Bowen scores a layup. And Pat Conaway wants to talk about it. 13-9, Van Far leads it. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, let me correct myself. Bowling Green called the timeout, a 30-second timeout. That's something new, too, that drives me crazy in this generation.
Oh,
you score a bucket and things are going good, and you call timeout. We saw it in the girls' game. See it a lot.
What?
Usually you don't call a timeout unless things are going awry. Full court pressure now. I guess you don't agree to that. But
No, I was just actually thinking of all the things that we talk about, how these kids these days don't do things the way.
Yeah, that just means we're old and ain't out of touch is what we are, I guess. No problems with the full court pressure for Van Far. Long into the front court, guarded by Starks. He'll get it to Conaway with 1:05 to play in the quarter. 13-9, Van Far on top. Been a good first quarter. A lot of fouls, but a good first quarter nonetheless.
Well, I was going to say, you might be shocked to know that we're still in the first.
Conaway drains his second three for Van Far and stretches the lead to 7 for the Indians. Starks at the head of the key, right wing to Niemeyer. Niemeyer's going to penetrate in. He'll shoot it. It's short, no good, and Van Far's going to let it go out of bounds. Back to the Indians. Down to 39 seconds to play. We're in the first.
Feels like it's been forever.
It's been a long first quarter, no question about it. Still full court, 1-2-2 zone. They throw over the top to Conaway in the front court. He'll get it back from Burnett now. They'll reset with 28 seconds to play. Conaway, guarded by Starks, hands it off to Burnett. Burnett, guarded by Bowen, picks it up to Long. Long, head of the key, down to 15. Right wing to Conaway. In the corner to Burnett, back to Conaway to right. Right penetrates in, and it's going to go off his knee, out of bounds. Wow, a lot of contact. But no whistle. So Bowling Green will have a shot at the final offensive hoop, and we've got a horn blows.
See, kind of like I remember back in the day, if they already inbound that ball, even if the horn blows, you're playing. And you have to wait till the next one.
They stop it as Caden Caldwell checks in. Long will take a seat. And so with 5.7, Bowling Green's going to have to hurry. Niemeyer into the front court now on a pick and roll. Still with the dribble. Nobody picks him up, and he traveled. And that'll happen at the buzzer. So it won't be a turnover. So the first quarter ends with Van Far on top, 16-9. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
16-9, Van Far leads it. They hit 4 3-pointers in that first quarter. Kind of played right into what we talked about. They can shoot it.
They can.
Big physical advantage inside for Bowling Green, but they picked up 6 fouls in that first quarter, so Van Far will shoot free throws from here on out.
And they did well from the free throw line, so I'm not sure that that's going to play into the way they want it to go. Bowling Green, that is.
Yeah, you don't want to put Long and Conaway and Scroggin on the line. They can all shoot it. So Bowling Green will have it as we start the Second quarter, Marcus Starks, Niemeyer, Michael Starks, Dalton, and Bowen. It'll be Caldwell, Long, Wright, Conaway, and Scroggin for Van Far. Starks, Michael pulls up from the right elbow from 15. It's Long. Long rebound by Bowling Green. Gets it back to Starks. He'll slash to the bucket with the left hand up and good.
Nice way to start the second quarter. Bowling Green gets 2 on the board, and it's back to a 5-point lead for the Indians.
That it is, right in the back court now. Gets it to Long, into the front court now against the pressure, no problem. Dribbles to the right wing. To right, now they'll reset it. Right directing traffic, he'll give it to Conaway. Conaway to Caldwell, and he throws it away. Stolen by Niemeyer. He'll go for the coast-to-coast layups, up and good.
All of a sudden, we're back to 3 points, being the difference between these two.
Van Far back quickly. Conaway shoots a runner off the glass and good. Nobody picked him up. Doesn't take long for Van Far to get up and down the floor. Bowen back on the offensive end, gets it into the post area to Bryant. Right block. He's going to be whistled for the offensive foul. Ducked his shoulder and made some room.
So Dylan Dalton picking up the foul.
And that'll be an offensive foul, so we won't shoot free throws. Dalton had a great sophomore year at quarterback for the Bobcat football team. Freudian slip there. Indians into the front court now. Scroggin gets it to Long, and they'll set the offense with 6:50 to play in the half. Right, now to Caldwell, left wing to Conaway. Conaway guarded by Starks. Finds some space to Long. Long ball fakes, goes up off the glass and good. Got poked in the eye, no foul.
He didn't need that eye.
And he's still squinting out of it.
They thought it might even up the advantage a little bit more.
Back to a 7-point lead for Van Far. Michael Starks penetrates down the paint. His layup's up and good. Nobody's put a body on him the last couple of trips down, and he shot layups.
Speaking of having a good football season, Michael Starks making the All-State teams.
That he did, and Wright got away with a double dribble. He stopped. He knew he double dribbled. None of the officials saw it.
It's only a violation if you get caught.
There you have it. Long with the ball down between the circles, down to 6 minutes to play in the half. Conaway with it now, being hounded by Michael Starks, and he throws it away. So there's the pressure from Bowling Green. Forces unforced error by Van Far, and Bowling Green gets it back down by 5. And into the game will return Preston Burnett. Caldwell will take a seat. Niemeyer to the left wing to Michael Starks. Had the key to Bowen. He'll shoot the 3 off the backboard and no good. Long rebound's going to be tracked down by Conaway. He gets it back to Long, still in the backcourt with 5:40 to play. Into the front court to Burnett, and its entry pass is deflected out of bounds by Starks.
Still a 5-point lead for the Van Far Indians. 5:36 to go here in the half. Don't forget we've got your Cellular Satellite Center halftime report coming up at the end of this one.
Chandler back in. Bowen will take a seat for Bowling Green. Long gets it into Wright. Wright puts it on the floor, and he's going to be tied up by Marcus Starks. And on the alternating arrow,
jump ball.
Van Far will keep it, I believe. And now the official's going to have a little chat with a little taunting action. Long had a little sparring partner going with one of the Ellsbury guys all night, verbal sparring, I should say. So he's already been warned tonight by one of the officials.
Oh, and to answer your question earlier about Coach McCann, we'll just say protocol.
We all know what that means.
Yep.
Long has it now, 5:25 to play in the half. 20-15, Van Far still on top. To Wright. Wright's going to penetrate to the paint. His wild lefts, no good. Loose ball rebound goes out to Long. He'll penetrate in the paint, goes up in a crowd, and good.
That just kind of hung there for a few minutes, and it made you hold on to suspense.
A couple guys took swings at it for Bowling Green and didn't make contact, and it rattled down. Marcus Starks in the far corner. Had the key now to Bryant. Left wing to Niemeyer. He'll get it in the post area to Chandler. He can't put it up. Now penetrates into the block. It's loose on the floor as it's knocked away and goes out of bounds off of Van Far.
And we talked about the physicality between these games. Of course, we really shouldn't expect anything less between these two, as they're rivals in football and basketball and everything, baseball, everything else.
Checkers.
Talking smack.
Bowling Green triggers it in. And Starks penetrates. He'll kick it inside, but there's going to be a whistle and a foul on the pass. Just be the fourth team foul, I should say, on Van Far. Looks like they're going to call it on Preston Burnett, his first. Marcus triggers it into Dalton at the free throw line. He'll shoot it from 15. It's no good. Wright with the rebound. Wright across the timeline now. He wears a headband. Gets it into high post area, deflected away from Scroggin and stolen away. 7th turnover of the quarter, or the half, I should say. Back comes Niemeyer. His runner gets on the glass. It won't go. Tipped out to Long. Long looks for some help now. Gets it to Wright. Wright up quickly to Conaway. His three's way off the mark. Influenced that time by Starks. It's now stolen away by Long. Long will pull up from 15. It's way off the mark as well.
I think at this point we need to slow down.
Yeah, a little bit out of control, both teams these last two trips. Still a 7-point lead for Van Far, though, at 22-15. Michael Starks drives to the bucket from the left wing and scores. Third time he's driven and nobody's got in front of him. And he scores a layup against the full court press now. Conaway breaks it. Now he's got numbers. 3-on-2. He'll take it straight to the glass. His layup's up and good.
You know, Michael Starks has a nice layup. I mean, he's got that wingspan that he kind of gets some air underneath of him. He just fingertip rolls it in every time.
That he does. 24-17, 3:29 to play in the half. Marcus on the right wing. He'll shoot it from 3. That's way off the mark. No good. But Chandler with the rebound. His putback won't go. Rebound's loose. Dalton with it. Kicks it out to Michael Starks. He'll shoot the 3. It's good.
Apparently he can drop it from outside, too.
And a timeout on the floor. Bowling Green wants it. We'll step aside as well. 24-20. Van Far leads you. 3:13 to play in the half. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
24-20 is our score. Van Far leads Bowling Green in this boys matchup. We are in the second quarter, and it's been quite a game going back and forth. Jim was talking about some outside shooting from Van Far. That's kind of slowed just a little bit here as Bowling Green has used that height and their long wingspans to kind of disrupt their play. But the other thing here is Bowling Green has 17 fouls, so Van Far is shooting for the last few minutes here in the half, and really both teams kind of sort of really need to slow down. They kind of gotten a little crazy, got a little physical, getting some warnings, and just relax and play basketball.
Well, Bowling Green's had luck with penetration, and then if they don't get the layup, kick it off to somebody underneath. And most of the points for Van Far have come from outside the lane area. And they'll have it out of the timeout, will the Indians, with 3:13 to play here in the first half, leading 24-20. Wright gets it into Burnett, and that breaks down the press immediately. And Conaway sets the offense for Van Far. 3 minutes to play here in the half. They run a little weave action to Burnett now. He's guarded by Dalton, hands it off to Long. Left wing all the way over to Conaway, now to Wright. Wright tries to kick it to the corner. It's a wild pass and goes out of bounds. 8th turnover of the half for Van Far. And Bowling Green will get it back with a chance to cut into this 4-point lead as Heidecker will come in. Dalton will take a seat for the Cats.
So half-court defense still for the Indians.
They've been playing man. We haven't seen any zone. That's pretty shocking to me. But some coaches say we're playing man no matter what. I can name 2 or 3 like that, and it looks like Pat Conaway may be one of them. Heidecker, open for 3, pulls up, gets it into the paint, kicks it to the far corner to Starks. Starks now to Niemeyer between the circles. They'll reset. Back to Michael on the right wing in the corner now to Gunnar Bryant, who checked into the game during that timeout. To Starks. He'll shoot the 3. He's good.
Back-to-back threes from Starks.
He's found the range. Give him 12 in the half. That's a 1-point lead. Closest Bowling Green's been for a while. Long against the pressure, gets it into the front court. Maybe got away with the travel. They whip it in the corner to Conaway. He'll shoot the three. It's in and out, no good. Starks with the rebound. Baseball pass ahead to Bowen. If he can find the handle, he can shoot a layup. He can't. Stolen by Conaway. He'll throw it ahead to Wright. Wright tries to go to the glass and traveled. Back-to-back turnovers. That's about the third time we've seen that in this game. So with 150, Bowling Green will have a chance to take what would be their first lead of the night, if I've kept score correctly.
Because Van Far came out firing threes. They knocked down 3 threes to begin, open the game, and I don't think they've really looked back.
24-23 our score now, 1:40 to play in the half. Starks has had the hot hand of late for Bowling Green with layups and three-pointers. He has the ball guarded by Wright to Heidecker. Heidecker will penetrate to the paint. His runner up with one hand, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes up, fadeaway jumper's good.
And there you have it, the first lead of the night for the Cats.
25-24, right into the front court. He's going to take it to the glass, and it's going to be goaltending, or it should have been. And no call, and then Bowling Green gets the ball back. The foul was, Starks went up and blocked it. It had already hit the backboard, and it doesn't matter if it's above the rim or not. That's goaltending. They didn't call it.
Coach Conaway's trying to plead his case over there. Now there might be a little bit of discussion.
Well, Coach Conaway's right. However, the foul's going to be whistled on Long, his second.
No, he's not going to get the call.
Team's fifth, so no free throws yet for Bowling Green. They've shot a couple on two-shot fouls, but they're not in the bonus yet. Marcus Starks is going to be fouled on a blocking foul by Scroggin, his second. Well, we knew this was going to be a contrast, the physicality of Bowling Green and their size against the speed and quickness of Van Far. So Scroggin will take a seat into the game for the first time is Adam McCurdy. He had some minutes against Ellsbury the other night. So with 1 minute to go, Niemeyer into the front court. Heidecker on the right wing. Corner to Bryant. Back to Niemeyer. He'll wait for the pick and rolls down low. Gets it to Starks from three in the corner. It's short, no good. Bowen on the offensive glass. Gets a rebound, falls to the ground, gets it to Niemeyer. Whips it inside to Starks. His layup's up and good. Woo, great no-look pass that time by Niemeyer, and the lead is now 3 for the Cats. 27-24. We're under a minute to play. In fact, 32 seconds. Long on the left wing. Ball fake, penetrates in, beats everybody to the glass. It won't go. And he gets his own rebound. He'll go up in a crowd again, gets it on the glass, but no good, and there's a whistle and a foul.
So Long headed back to the charity stripe of this evening. I believe, this is his second or third trip?
This kid, the second, has got some hops. We watched him the other night. He's only 5'8", and he gets in there with the big guys, and he's got great body control, and he's shifty. He moves that ball around and gets it on the glass as he did there. Didn't get it to go, but he'll get 2 free throws. First one's Long off the back of the ring. He'll get a second. 21.8 ticks to go in the half.
While the second one's getting set up, I want to thank Betty Davis Insurance, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home and Crematory, Central Bank of Audrain County, Cuda Auto Repair, Wood Smoke Meats, Orff Construction, and Sun Window Company.
Carter Jennings into the game for Van Far. McCurdy takes a seat. Long second free throw is good, and they'll get him out of there. So he doesn't pick up his third foul in the final 21 ticks. 27-25, Bowling Green on top. And let's see if they play for one. Every time I say that, it never happens.
Yeah.
Michael Starks had the key to Bryant. To Niemeyer outside the arc. He'll get it inside to Bowen on a shovel cut up off the glass and good. Charlie Bowen's got 6, and it's 29-25. Van Far is going to have to hurry. 4-3. And a half-court shot by Conaway is no good. That'll do it for the half. A good one it was. The Bobcats come from 7 down, and they lead it 29-25 as we go to the locker room at half. Your halftime show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
29-25 our score. Bowling Green goes to the locker room on top. They trailed 16-9 at the end of the first quarter, but outscored Van Far 20-9 in that second quarter to take that halftime lead. And Marianne, pretty much exactly what we expected. Physicality from Bowling Green and long-range shooting and athleticism from the smaller guys from Van Far.
One, I think really more than anything, Van Far kind of just went a little cold there in the second quarter. You know, they were draining threes left and right and having some luck, and then all of a sudden in the second it seemed they got a little on the cold side.
They hit 4 threes, and Michael Starks turned things around for Bowling Green in that second quarter as he hit 2 threes of his own, and he leads them in scoring. Why don't we, well, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll tell you about that scoring and talk about the second half after this on Eagle 102.
Sailor and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
From Louisiana tonight, they lead Ellsbury at half, 25-17. They've kind of got it going on. They beat Clopton in the third-place game at Clopton, and they've won 2 games this week. They won big down at Wright City on Tuesday night and beat South Shelby last night. Now they lead Ellsbury, so they've got things seemingly going in the right direction for that young squad at Louisiana. Let's take a look at the scoring here tonight in the first half. First for the Van Far Indians, they're led by Damon Long. He had 10, as well as Nikos Conaway. He had 10 on 2 3-pointers. 2 of the 4 for Van Far in the first half. 3 for Latrell Wright, obviously one of the 3s. And Hunter Scroggin had 2 free throws. They were 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Turned it over 9 times in that first half, led by as many as 7, which Bowling Green has come back and taken the lead. For the Cats, they're led by Michael Starks. He's got 14 in the first half. Gunnar Bryant with 5, Charlie Bowen with 6, and 2 each for Braden Heidecker and Owen Niemeyer. 1 for 4 from the free throw line for the Bobcats. They turned it over 8 times, and their biggest lead of the night is the current lead of 4 at 29-25.
Let's give you another scoring update in girls basketball this evening. The Mark Twain Lady Tigers got the win over Wellsville, 46-30. So that's another conference win in the books for them as well. Don't forget, we'll have a full recap of scores for you. We're on KJFMradio.com. We update that scoreboard each and every night. Plus, we'll have a full recap for you during Eagle 102 Sports tomorrow morning. Let's take our final break of the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report. We've got second half action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
29-25, Bowling Green leads it. Both teams back on the floor as we prepare for the start of the second half. And Marianne,
I don't know why you're throwing it to me because you're just going to contradict me.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Okay, let's hear what you would do.
No, I'm going to let you say your piece, and I'm going to be quiet. How about that?
That usually doesn't work that way. I mean, really, for Bowling Green right now, you've got some key kids, and I don't want to say foul trouble, but you've got some fouls on you where in the girls' game, there was Bowling Green had 2 fouls in the first half, and Van Far had 1. So they had plenty of fouls to give in the second. We know Gunnar Bryant has a couple fouls. We know Heidecker has a couple fouls. Dylan Dalton has some. And I think, does Michael Starks have some as well?
Just one.
Just one, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Bowling Green really needs to watch that fouls. They had 6 fouls in the first quarter. They kind of cleaned things up in the second, but just because Van Far kind of went a little cold from the free throw line there in the second quarter doesn't mean they're not going to heat back up here in the second half. So really going to have to watch, especially on some of those rebounding, where they picked up some of those rebounding fouls, kind of watch those because there is that height difference that we talked about. So it's kind of easy for the little guy to get in there and push up against the big guy. The big guy all of a sudden is on his back and gets called on the foul. Like watching the Bowling Green, Starks has made some nice cuts to the basket. As we talked about, his wingspan was so nice. He kind of just rolled him up as he went over top of everybody, but he drained some of the threes as well. So you never really know where he's going to go. We talked that Van Far is not doing a zone defense. They're only doing man-to-man. I don't know that we'll see a zone, but I think if they want to get into this, they may have to consider it.
Well, the only person that's shot hardly anything from outside is Michael Starks. He has hit 2 threes. But most anybody else has shot it from 15 or further has not been terribly close. So there's a reason why you and I are up here, not down there coaching, however.
That is true. That is true. And I always assume that there's a chance that they could heat up from there. So just don't throw it completely out of the realms of possibilities, I guess is what I'm saying.
You had the Bowling Green tournament bracket up. Did you want to talk about that?
I can absolutely talk about that.
A few seconds here before we start this second half.
We do. Of course, the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. We'll have all 22 games for you on KJFM, KJFMradio.com, on the app, and on Alexa. Now, Bowling Green, this is probably the first time in quite a while that they've had such a low seed. They're at 5. seed this year. Vanfar is a number 6. So this may end up playing out because I was a little curious when I saw that. Being that Bowling Green just picked up their first win of the season, so I was a little curious that Vanfar got the 6th seed. So we'll see how it plays out.
Well, Bowling Green's different in the Bowling Green tournament. We said that all along.
Well,
I remember, I don't know how many years because I can't remember how long yesterday was, but they got to the championship game out of the 6th seed a number of years ago, may even have won it. I can't remember, but you always got to keep an eye on the Cats when it comes to Bowling Green tournament time. They'll have it to start the second half. They have the lead 29-25. Starks, Niemeyer, Bryant,
and
Dalton, and Heidecker for the Cats. Looks like it'll be Wright, Burnett, Long, Scroggin, and Conaway down underneath. And they're looking at something. I don't know what they're looking at. Water on the floor in front of the score table.
Just checking it out, make sure they got everything cleaned up. You know, boys, they don't ever clean up after themselves.
Maybe the roof's leaking.
Don't say that. We just got the nice new bleachers in here and the nice Eagles nest that we're broadcasting from.
29-25, Cats have it. Niemeyer into the front court now to Heidecker in the far corner. He'll penetrate into the paint, and he traveled. No, they're going to call an offensive foul. That'll be his 3rd, I believe. The faithful moan about that one.
Another quick scoring update. Clopton Lady Hawks fall tonight to South Shelby 55-52.
South Shelby's pretty good this year on the ladies' side. I think they're maybe 9-5 now. Something of that nature. So the Indians get it back after the offensive foul on Heidecker, to the chagrin of the Bowling Green faithful. Still in a man-to-man defense are the Bobcats, right with it, guarded by Heidecker. Gets it to Long. Long tries to skip it in the corners, deflected it, goes out of bounds. It'll say it's off of Gunnar Bryant. And Vanfar have it right at the end of their bench. We played about 33 seconds in this first quarter.
See, and that's where my math would have failed me.
They get it inbounds without any problem. And Conaway has it to Wright on the right wing. Heavy man-to-man pressure by Bowling Green. Forcing the passing lanes. Has Vanfar out of sync a little bit. Burnett has it. He doesn't shoot the ball very often. To Long. Long backs up, guarded by Niemeyer. Left wing to Burnett. Burnett back to Long at the head of the key. He sizes up, decides not to fire it. We'll hand it back to Conaway.
I tell you what, Long, for a couple times he's gotten that on the pass. Kind of expected him to go straight up for the 3, and he hasn't even bit.
Wright whips it around to Conaway. His 3's off the mark, no good, but Wright with the rebound has it stolen away. Dalton ahead to Bryant. He's going in, and he'll shoot the layup up and good. I think he was teeing that up to dunk it.
Yeah, and then he heard a few footsteps behind him, decided he better take the safe away and just lay it in.
Yeah, actually had to shoot a reverse layup to get it to go down. So it's a 4-point lead. Check that, a 6-point lead, the biggest of the game for Bowling Green, 31-25, and Long gets into the paint, and his shot's partially blocked, but there's a whistle and a foul. And that'll send Line to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots.
While we're there, let's thank Bolin Chevrolet, Alicia Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent, Liggins Flooring, Briscoe and Brennan Attorneys at Law, and Lacrosse Lumber in Vandalia, all sponsors of area high school basketball here tonight on KJFM.
Bryant picks up his 3rd. Long to the free throw line. He'll drop the first.
Yeah, I think that's the first point in quite a while for Vanfar, if I remember correctly. They kind of were a little on the chilly side wrapping up the second.
Towards the end of the second half, that is correct. Chandler will come in, and Bryant will take a seat. Marcus Starks in as well for Heidecker. Long second free throw, drops. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 31-27, Bowling Green leads it. 6:13 to play in the 3rd. Just the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Quick timeout by Pat Conaway. instructing his troops to do something. Caden Caldwell checks in. Wright will take a seat for the Indians. Still in that man-to-man. Starks has it, had the key to Dalton, left wing to Niemeyer. Niemeyer will penetrate into the paint. Here's runner up off the glass, no good. We've got a whistle foul. They're going to call that on the ground, I believe, on Caldwell. That'll be his first, and Bowling Green will have it underneath their own hoop, left side of the paint. Marcus to throw it in for the Cats. Gets it into Niemeyer, left wing, head of the key now to Dalton. Dalton to Michael, in the post now to Chandler, and he charges. Backs right over the top of Conaway and is whistled for the offensive foul. Second offensive foul of this quarter on Bowling Green. 31-24 is the student section chance. Let's play football, boys. And stolen away by Starks. He drives in, and a good foul by Burnett. He caught up to him, didn't let him shoot the layup. We'll make him shoot free throws. And that's a quality foul there by Preston Burnett. Michael Starks will go to the line. I was going to say the student section ought to look at the scoreboard. Bowling Green's ahead, 31-27. They don't have to worry about playing football.
I think they were talking, I think they're talking about physicality.
First free throw's up and good by Starks. His first time to the free throw line tonight.
And let's be honest, I'll hang room talk. We used to, here in the Bowling Green student section in high school, we chanted at Louisiana no matter what we could do. It didn't matter what it was.
Imagine that. Free throw's no good, but the rebound by Dalton. He'll hand it to Starks, and he's swatted in the head as he goes to the hoop. And he'll go back to the line and shoot another 2 shots.
And that'll be long, wasn't it? Yep, and that's his third.
That it is.
So we haven't even played a full 3 minutes of both teams with 3 team fouls.
Yeah, 6 fouls in a quarter is a bunch total. But Starks misses the first. And as you said, we haven't even played half the quarter yet. Second free throw by Starks. It's on its way, in and out, no good. Again, Bryant with the rebound. Now we're going to have an over-the-back foul. I said Bryant. It's Dalton, actually.
Yep.
Dylan. His second. And Banfar will get it back against this man-to-man full-court pressure. Long has it right here below us in the backcourt. They'll look to try and double team. No chance for the Cats. Niemeyer all over Long. Crosses it over. Gets to the block and travel. Had a little extra bunny hop in there. And we've got plenty of help again from the Bowling Green cheering section, don't we?
We do. Can't believe that there's not a bunch of black and white stripes in the stands.
They used to have soap games. Remember those? You paid a bar of soap to get in and watch the scrimmage. Some of the schools would let the parents get out there and referee. That cured a lot of that. Of course, most of them were scared to do it. Michael Starks into the paint. He's got some space. It won't go. Dalton again with the offensive rebound to Chandler. His layup with the left hand's up and good. Caden Chandler with his first bucket of the night. And that's 34-27 into the front court. Wright has it. Guarded by Chandler. Left side now to Conaway. He'll walk it between the circles. Right side now to Long. Long. Left side to Wright. Wright penetrates in, beats the defense, but we've got a whistle and a foul. I think that's going to be on Chandler. He got beat to the hole and just took a big swipe. Actually, they're going to call that on Starks, who came in from the side. His second. And Bowen will come in. Niemeyer will take a seat.
34-27, 4:49 to go here in the third quarter. Cats lead the Indians right now. Banfar's ball.
7 is the biggest lead of the game for Bowling Green. The inbounds pass is knocked out of bounds. Banfar will do it again. Long throwing it in, left side of the paint. He looks and gets it into Conaway. He'll shoot the 3. Front of the rim, no good. Starks has done a good job on Conaway as of late, making him put up shots under pressure after he made 2 early threes. Down to 4:37 to play. Bowen dribbles right baseline, forearms Conaway, and that's an offensive foul. That was a big forearm shiver there.
With a gun show like that, it wasn't a small one.
Oh, mercy.
I believe his aunt was the one that commented on a picture on Facebook that didn't know if didn't realize they were going to get the gun show when they posted the picture of Charlie.
So Van Far gets it back. Long gets it into the front court, guarded by Bowen. To right. This defense has been good for Bowling Green tonight, although they have 16 fouls, and Van Far will shoot free throws the rest of the game. Caldwell dribbles through a double team, loses his handle, and Bowen picks it up, and he's going to be tripped up by Long. That's going to be his fourth. And he'll go to the bench until the fourth quarter, I would suspect.
You would think.
Burnett up. Also coming in is Cage Gibson. Caldwell and Long both take seats. So that's a distinct advantage for Bowling Green. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. We're down to 4 minutes. Long third quarter.
Oh, the first
already.
quarter was very long as well.
They try and force it inside. It's too long, but picked up on the loose ball with Niemeyer. He'll get it back to Marcus Bryant. Pulls up from 8. No good. Scroggin with the rebound. 3:50 to play in the quarter. Conaway. Little fadeaway jumper on the short corner is no good. Gibson with the rebound. Gets it ahead of the key to right. He'll shoot the three. It's off the mark as well. Bowen with the rebound, but there's going to be a foul on the rebound on Gage Gibson. His first, team's fifth. You think the third quarter's long. Wait till the fourth quarter.
No.
Everybody's going to shoot free throws. Full court pressure by Van Far this time. They get it to Niemeyer, no problem. He'll take it to the glass. His finger rolls up and good. Owen Niemeyer with his first points of the second half. And the lead grows to 9 at 36-27. Bryant into the front court now. They set the offense. Bowling Green still on a straight-up man. Down to 3:15 to play in the third. Left wing to Gibson. Gibson head of the key to Conaway. It's short. Rebound to Bowen. They'll look to run. 2-on-1. Gets it to Niemeyer. His layup's up and good. It's 4, and there's a timeout on the floor. An 11-point lead for the Bowling Green Bobcats. 38-27. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
As we come out of the timeout, again, Bowling Green has stretched it to an 11-point lead, their largest of the night, with a, what is it? I can't remember now, about 3 minutes to go here in the half, or the third quarter.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And really, Van Far hasn't even, I don't think they've scored a field goal here in the second half yet, have they?
They have not. In fact, they've only scored 2 points.
Yeah, from the free throw line. So 2:58 to go here in the third, and they're going to have to figure out an answer if they're hoping to bring this game within a close range here as we're heading down the stretch.
Louisiana leads Ellsbury 35-26 at the end of the third quarter. Full court pressure again by Bowling Green. They get it into Conaway. That's who they'll look to with Long on the bench in foul trouble. To right, to Burnett. Burnett right wing to Conaway. Need to get Scroggin involved. We haven't heard from him. Now long three-pointer from Gibson. No good. Bowling Green let them shoot that all night. Back comes Niemeyer for Bowling Green. Hands it off to Dalton, gets it back. He's going to penetrate to the glass, up off the glass, and good. Nobody picked him up again. We've seen that a number of times tonight. First by Michael Starks, and now Owen Niemeyer has done it twice. And it's 40-27. A 13-point lead. Holy smokes.
Did you expect that this evening?
I did not. I thought it'd be close.
Yeah, you and me both. Now, granted, the game's not even close to being over with, so.
A lot of time, but
Van Far's living and dying by the three tonight. Right now, they're at the point of dying.
And they have no answer, and there's an offensive foul on Wright. They do not have an answer for this man-to-man defense of Bowling Green. Their size to a man. They're bigger than the guy they're guarding, and that length has kept them from getting open looks. Done a good job on the passing lanes and has them with a 13-point lead. Heidecker returns, as does Michael Starks. Dalton and Marcus Starks take a seat. Also Chandler in, Bowen to the bench. Niemeyer with it. He's scored the last 4 for Bowling Green. He'll fire the 3. He's feeling it. It's off the mark. No good. Conaway with the rebound. He pushes it into the front court now. Pulls up from 3. Back the ring. No good. Heidecker with the rebound. He'll push it up the right sideline. Right below us here. Now he'll look for some help. He'll get it to Starks. Starks backs up with 1:30 to play in the third. 40-27. Obviously the biggest lead of the night. Lob to Starks. He makes the catch. Oh, it won't go. Bryant with the offensive rebound. It's off the mark, but he'll be fouled. And Gunnar Bryant's going to go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws for the Bobcats. Foul is on Gibson, his second. Bryant, a 6'1 sophomore, wears number 22 on his white jersey. And that's side-to-side setup for the free throws. And he drains it.
Well, I get set for the second. Let's thank Bi-County Title Company, A Taste of Philly, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, Bowen Construction, Hayden's Motorsports Center, and Ross County Mutual Insurance.
Well, it's interesting with the Bowling Green tournament looming.
Yeah, no kidding.
About, 10 days?
Not even. Well,
Okay, there you go with that math again. Second free throw by Bryant is good. And
I was trying to back up after I realized today's the 15th. I keep getting my days mixed up.
The lead grows to 15. And the Cats are rolling into form as the tournament approaches. They could be dangerous in that tournament.
If they're firing on all cylinders, they can.
They will play Louisiana in the opening round. His right shot won't go. Scroggin with the rebound. It's put back, swatted away by Heidecker. To Starks. That's Marcus to the glass. It won't go, and we've got a whistle and a foul. I think they're going to call it on right. They are.
I don't know, but his shoes were the ones you were talking about, weren't they?
He's in the shoe competition for sure. And to the line will come Marcus Starks. His first trip to the free throw line. He'll get 2.
And everybody's shooting.
6-foot sophomore. It's off the mark.
It's the 8th team foul for Van Far. So not too far before Bowling Green's shooting 2.
Starks, Michael Starks, the only senior that gets a lot of time for Bowling Green. So they're young as Marcus makes the second of 2. And it's 43-27. They almost have to take a chance and get Long back into this game because they are not going to catch up without him. He's been on the bench for a while. As Conaway spins into the paint and spins the ball right out of bounds, turns it back over to Bowling Green.
However, you got 44 seconds to go. Do you really bring him in a chance?
Oh, not now. Not now. At the start of the fourth, though, you got to get him back in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Niemeyer into the front court now with 38 seconds. They're not going to play for one. They're going to run whatever play they normally run. And Bryant all over Niemeyer, and then an offensive foul. .5 seconds to play in the third quarter, 43-27. And the offensive foul gives it back to Van Far. Into the front court. Conaway penetrates in, and he travels. 5th turnover of the half, 13th of the game. 14th, I should say, on Van Far. So Bowling Green will get it back with 19 seconds to play.
I believe that's Will Twillman checking in.
That it is. In fact, I don't even have him on my roster. He's a tall drink of water, isn't he?
He is. You could probably ask his sister sitting right next to you how tall he is. Grace, how tall's your brother? She says shorter than I am.
So he'll trigger it in, will young Mr. Twellman. with 19.3 seconds. All 10 players in the backcourt. Full court pressure by Van Far. They get it in. Chandler to Niemeyer. It's loose on the floor. Niemeyer in a double team. Stolen by Burnett. He'll take it to the glass up, and it's no good. But there's a whistle and a foul. I believe it'll be on Niemeyer. And that'll send Preston Burnett to the line to shoot 2.
Only 2 points scored here in the third quarter by the Van Far Indians.
See if Burnett can break that. And he does. Line drive free throw, but it goes in. He'll get a second. 9 ticks to go in the third.
Assistant coach for the night, Noah Pafford for the Bobcats, having a little talk with Niemeyer, telling him about getting a little bit different position.
Second free throw is good as well. So 4 free throws. That's the scoring for Van Far in this third quarter. As Caldwell checks back in for Scroggin. They'll get it into Starks with 8. He heads the other way, has it stolen away by Wright. Wright, can he get there in time? Down to 3, down to 2, and he'll go up for the layup. It won't go, and that'll do it for the third quarter of action. Your score, the Bowling Green Bobcats 43, the Van Far Indians 29. The fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, it's a final from Louisiana. The Bulldogs defeat Ellsbury 57-36. So they win their fourth. Is that 4 in a row now for them?
I think so.
I believe that's right. Right here, it's 43-29. Bowling Green's led by as many as 16. Van Far led by 7 at the end of the first quarter. It's pretty much been all Bowling Green ever since. A 14-4 scoring advantage for the Cats in that third quarter. Just 4 free throws for Van Far. That's all they're scoring in the third, so they'll see if they can get it going. Long will come back in with his 4th foul. It'll be Caldwell, Long, Burnett, Wright, and Conaway for Bowling Green. It's the Starks boys, Marcus and Michael, Chandler, Heidecker, and Gunnar Bryant. As we start the fourth, Van Far has the basketball. Conaway right wing to Wright. Wright holds it, guarded by Marcus. Gets it to Long outside the arc. Long guarded by Heidecker. Heidecker with an distinct scoring advantage. A little step back jumper's good by Long. He comes in right away and scores a bucket, and it's 43-31. They get it to Starks on the press. He's wide awake, and Long jams it. Michael Starks with a one-handed jam on the breakaway brings the crowd to his feet, and it's 45-31, and Long tries to quiet the crowd with a 3. It's off the mark. Marcus starts with it, gets it back to Michael. He'll shoot the layup. It's good. Good give and go there. And all of a sudden, it's back to a 16-point lead at 47-31. Long with the crossover dribble, pulls up from 15. It's no good. Bryant with the rebound. Can Bowling Green throw the knockout punch right here? They may have already done it.
I don't know, that jam may have been it.
Up by 16. Heidecker, oh my, he's going to shoot a 3. It's good. Everybody's feeling their oats. And it's a 19-point lead. 50-31. Long with it. Now gets it to Conaway. Back to Long. They're going to try and let him do his thing to Conaway. Penetrates in and is fouled by Chandler. So Conaway will go to the line and shoot free throws. He hadn't scored in the second half. That is the 19th foul, so it'll be a 1-and-1. And Harrison Hunt checks into the game for the first time for the Cats.
And he's in the running for the hair, right?
He's in there. He's going to have to grow it out a little bit longer.
A little bit longer,
Competition's pretty stiff this year. First free throw is good. Now, I got to tell you that this all hair team is not a compliment by Jim.
Yeah, I know.
As you know, my son, there wasn't any long hair.
Yeah, mine the same way.
Second free throw by Conaway is off the mark. And a loose ball rebound. They're going to say it's off of Starks, back to Van Far. But we're in a different generation. Although back when I grew up in high school, kids had all kinds. Everybody had long hair.
I was going to say, bell bottoms too. Let's be honest.
Well, we did do that, and elevator shoes, platform shoes. Conaway gets it on the inbounds, gets it in the corner to Gibson. Out of the double team, he'll get it to Caldwell, to Long. The offense still out of whack. This good defense is Long's waving Caldwell. He's wanting to penetrate. He's whistled for a 5-second violation. He was wanting to take Heidecker one-on-one, but Caldwell was over to his left with his man, and he was waving him to get out of the way. He didn't pick up on the sign language, and he turned it over. Into the front court now. Heidecker on the left wing. He just hit a three to Bryant. Right wing is Starks. Michael pulls up from the right elbow. It's off the backboard, no good. Harrison Hunt with the rebound. His putback won't go, but we've got a whistle and a foul.
He's headed to the charity stripe.
That he is. He's a big drink of water as a freshman. They say he's 6'1". With that hair, he's going about 6'4". He'll get 2 shots. The foul is on Caldwell. His second, they say. Hunt with the first. It's off the back of the rim, rattles around and drops.
And I noticed him doing that leaning Tarapeza thing, so I think he helped it. He was helping it in with his Yoda skills.
Yeah, he did throw a little body English on it, didn't he? He'll get the second. It goes quiet. It does the same thing. Hits the back rim. Only got the backboard that time and drops. So 2 free throws for the freshman. And I don't think there's a timeout on the floor. They just put a sub in. Scoggin came in. Bowling Green's acting like it's a timeout.
I think they thought it was a timeout.
Now they don't know who's on the floor. Well, they got 5 back out there. I don't know if they're supposed to be in the game or not. Full court pressure, full court man by Bowling Green. Long in the backcourt, guarded by Heidecker. Heidecker's done a good job on him here in this fourth quarter so far. Right side now to right. Had the key to Gibson. His three's way off the mark. Bryant with the rebound. He'll get it ahead to Hunt. He's going to go in. He misses the layup. The follow by Starks is no good. And Van Far's got numbers. 3-on-2 the other way. Long. The defense hustles back to cut down the advantage. Long in the short corner. Gets it out to Conaway. He ball fakes. Right side now to Gibson. Back to Conaway. Conaway's going to penetrate in. His scoop layup's up. No good. And Heidecker with the defensive rebound for the Cats. Down to 5 minutes to play. It is a 20-point lead for Bowling Green, and the bucket goes. Who was that?
Harrison Hunt.
Now look down to right. He got a good pass made to Lap, and he'll get a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. And the lead continues to grow. Into the game now is Brian. How do you pronounce that?
It's not. That is actually Braden Buffington. We have failed to give you the updated schedule or the updated roster. That's Braden Buffington in the basketball game.
I'm near clairvoyant, but not quite. So Harrison Hunt with the and 1 free throw, and I tell you what,
they're not pretty, but
he made it. And his 3 free throws added up. He's hit every inch of the rim and the backboard behind the rim. But they all went down, and it's a 23-point lead, 55-32. Right on the left wing, and we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 55-32, Bowling Green running away with it here. 4:48 to play in the game. You're listening to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
55-32 is our score. Been all Bowling Green here in the second half. We've seen 3 shot early on. We've seen a nice penetration from offenses, and now we've officially seen a dunk and 3 free throws that I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it. Whereas Jim mentioned, it touched. If you put them all together, you've gone around the world a couple times.
You know the thing about those free throws, though, tomorrow when you look in the scorebook, they look like swishes.
They do.
Nobody's going to know the difference.
Nobody at all, except for they're gonna see it on the replay videos.
It's kind of like in those softball games when you hit that little Texas leaguer down the right field line. The next day it looked like a line drive to right field.
That is true.
So out of the timeout, Vanfar will have it. They're trailing by a bundle, by 23 to be exact. Gibson will trigger it in left side of the paint. He'll look, it gets it to Conaway, and he'll shoot the three from the left corner. It's off the mark, no good. They haven't hit anything in the second half. And we've got a foul on Hunt.
Actually, they haven't hit anything outside the first quarter, to be honest.
Only scored one field goal in the entire second half. Everything else is free throws, and they've only scored 7. They're perfect from the free throw line. They're 5 for 5 from the free throw line.
Scroggins headed to the charity stripe now. Both teams in the double bonus.
Foul was on Hunt, his first. Scroggins keeps the streak alive as he rattles home the first. And Bryant, check that. Dalton, I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Bryant. They
I don't
look
either.
Anything alike.
Not even close.
Dalton in. And the second free throw by Scroggin is no good. So the streak in the second half is broken. Bowen into the game now for Bowen. Gets it in to Bryant. He'll shoot it up off the glass. Good, man. A good offensive move that time in the block post area. That's 57-33. Gibson into the front court. High post, or outside the key, I should say, to Burnett. He'll get it back to Conaway. Right wing to right. Right, works it around the horn. Gets it to Conaway. He'll shoot a wild one-handed shot with the right hand. He's a lefty. That was from 15 feet. And it's no good. Niemeyer is going to be tripped up, and now we've got a whistle and a foul. Nope, they're going to call traveling.
Yeah, I think his feet kind of got tangled up there with Gibson's, and he fell and kind of rolled.
First turnover of the second half for Bowling Green. That's taking care of the basketball.
That it is.
Long returns as Gibson will take a seat. Twelman back into the game for Bowling Green as well for the Cats. He's guarding Long. Long dribbling around, gets it to Scroggin way outside the arc over in front of Coach Pat Conaway. Frustrating night for him as Banfar Indians as they trail by 24, 57-33. We're down to 3 minutes to play. Long ball fakes, goes to the baseline. His one-hander's up with the right hand, no good. Twelman with the rebound. No rush for Bowling Green. They can walk it up the floor, burn some clock. The clock is their friend at this point. Bowen on the left wing. Had a key to Bryant. Right wing now to Niemeyer. He'll get it inside to Dalton. Back to Niemeyer. He'll back it up and reset things against the man-to-man defense. Twelman lobs it inside to Bryant. Nice catch up off the glass, and it goes. 2 in a row for Gunnar Bryant. And it's 59-33. Back come the
Indians.
Yeah. 2:47 to play. And runner by Conaway won't go. You know, I was thinking back to the Mark Twain game. Bowling Green beat Mark Twain bad, 53-12. As they get ahead to Twelman, his layup won't go. And the rebound to Long. He'll head the other way for the Indians. You hold the team to 12 points, you're playing some D.
I'm kind of curious as to if everybody was there for Mark Twain, what that situation was. I've seen the Mark Twain boys play, and to hold them to 12 was kind of shocking when I saw that. Now knowing that their game got postponed tonight kind of makes me wonder. But they did play at Silex earlier this week, and that was a lot closer game and more points scored. So, I mean, it could be a couple different things, but it did make me wonder. I mean, Mark Twain had a fairly decent showing over at the Clompton Invitational Tournament. Their games were competitive. They just couldn't seal the deal.
Wright gets a bucket and one. The foul's going to go on Dalton. And Wright's first free throw, or the and one free throws off the back of the rim. And we're going to let.
Are we walking to the other end now to shoot? No.
We stopped the game, let the subs in.
Okay.
That's a new one. Okay by me, though. Bunch of subs in for Vanfar. Let's see if we can pick them up. Tyrese Cole is in. McCurdy returns. as does Carter Jennings. Got some minutes in the first half. Gage Gibson in as well. Am I missing anybody? Caldwell has returned as well for Van Far. So a whole new 5 for the Indians. Caldwell in the paint, or check that, Chandler in the paint. His shot's up, good. Count the bucket and the foul. And he'll get one. And the free throw foul, I should say, is on McCurdy, his first. 61-35.
Never in the entire year would I have told you that this is what this game would have been.
Me neither. As they say, that's why they play them, though,
That's right. Instead of any given Sunday like on football, it's just any given night.
Doesn't matter what the paper says.
Nope.
As Twellman's whistled for the hand check foul. And somebody's going to shoot free throws for Van Far. Looks like it's going to be Caden Caldwell. Both teams over 10, so yes, we've had a multitude of fouls in this game. So Caden Caldwell, who has not scored tonight, has now as he makes the first. He'll get a second. Some more subs in for Bowling Green. Marcus Starks returns. Hunt returns.
And Braden Buffington.
And Braden Buffington returns. Second free throw by Caldwell's off the mark, no good. Chandler with the rebound. He'll get it to Starks. That's Marcus. Down to 1:40 to play in the ball game. It's play number 2. And a 3 on the way by Buffington. It's off the mark. He gets his own rebound. Twellman's going to shoot the 3. It rattles around, won't go. Hunt with the rebound. His putback's up and good.
Only Harrison Hunt could drop one as he's falling to the ground.
Down. And it's 64-36. Caldwell over on the far sideline, guarded by Twellman, who's about a foot taller than he is, and that's not even an exaggeration.
No, not even close.
Caldwell's 5'4", probably. Starks has it stolen by Caldwell, and they'll head the other way. We can expect a wild and woolly finish to this one with the second group's in. Everybody wanting to get their name in the scorebook, right?
That is correct.
Caldwell dribbles entry to the right wing in the far corner. Now we've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Oh, I think that was Hunt and maybe Tyrese Cole.
That is who it was.
Having a little dance inside, and Hunt's whistled for the foul. And Tyrese Cole will get a chance to get in the scorebook with a 2-shot free throw opportunity. We're under a minute to play here, 51-44 our score. First free throw's off the mark. He's got a second. He's got a minor entry into the all-shoe team. Couple guys.
Yeah.
Carter Jennings. I don't think they quite rival Mr. Wright. Second free throw is off the front of the rim, no good, and it'll go out of bounds. Hit the side of the rim and went out on the baseline. Kind of hard to do that.
Oh, it takes talent.
It does. So 51 seconds to play, and let's see if Bowling Green wants to just play it out. I don't see that happening. Head of the key to Hunt. Starks on the right wing now, tries to get it in the post. It's deflected out of bounds by Cole. Bowling Green will have it in the corner on the sideline. Twellman to throw it in. Twellman's a junior, I take it.
He is.
Into Hunt. His shot's up and good. Harrison Hunt having a good fourth quarter. 7 points for him.
30-point lead for the Bobcats as they're going to pick up their second win of the season this evening and a conference win, too.
That they are. Into the game now is Tyler Schambach, and he's going to let one fly from 3. It's short. For Van Far. Bowling Green gets the rebound, and they'll just dribble it out. They don't even have to cross the timeline. They're just down to 5. And they're going to win it by 30. You called it, Marianne. 66-36. Oh, my. The postgame show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations? or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted. With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, I don't know any other way to describe that as other than a shocker to me.
That it is.
Not who won. Just that I thought it would be a close, competitive game, and in the second half, it was all Bowling Green as they outscored Van Far 37-11.
I kind of actually find the 11 shocking because it seems like they didn't get any buckets, and I think a good portion of those 11 for Van Far came from the charity stripe, didn't it?
A bunch of them. They only had, well, all of them, all but two. They had one field goal. No, check that. 2 field goals in the second half. That was it, the rest free throws. Van Far actually led this game 16-9 at the end of the first quarter. 7, that was their biggest lead of the game. Bowling Green outscored them 20-9 in the second quarter, 14-4 in the third quarter, and 23-7 in the fourth quarter. So outscored them 57-20 from the first quarter on.
So Bowling Green picks up 2 wins tonight. The girls' game was by much closer, a more dramatic type of game. Bowling Green boys, however, decided they didn't want that edge of your seat excitement. Well, I should say edge of your seat excitement because it was a very exciting game, but they didn't want you chewing on your fingernails waiting for the final.
Let's run down the scoring for you, then we'll take a break and wrap things up here from Bowling Green High School as Marianne's probably got a date tonight or something.
Please.
Damon Long, he led Van Far with 14, 11 for Nikos Conaway. They're the only 2 in double figures, 5 for Latrell Wright, 3 for Hunter Scroggin, 2 for Preston Burnett, and 1 for Caden Caldwell. They had 16 turnovers, led by 7. As I said, that was at the end of the first quarter. They were 12 for 18 from the free throw line. A couple players in double figures for Bowling Green. They were led by Michael Starks with 19, 13 for Gunnar Bryant. Good game for him. 9 for Harrison Hunt, all in the fourth quarter. 8 for Owen Niemeyer. He actually was a burst for him in the third quarter, kind of got him going. 6 for Charlie Bowen, 5 each for Caden Chandler and for Braden Heidecker, and 1 on a free throw by Marcus Starks. They were 9 for 16 from the free throw line. 10 turnovers. They raised the record to 2-8. Van Far drops to 5-7. Let's take a break and we'll recap the scores that we can find, and we have, and we'll do that after this on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, I was going to say, did I catch you sleeping over there?
Yeah, I was writing down some scores as I get them off of Twitter.
Yeah.
Scores around the area. Louisiana boys beat Ellsbury 57-36. Clopton girls defeat South Shelby.
No, they fell to South Shelby 55-52. You have to trust me on this one. The Mark Twain Lady Tigers defeated Wellsville Middletown 46-30. The Louisiana Lady Bulldogs fell in action this evening to Ellsbury. Who else you got?
This is going to hurt me. You're right.
I know.
Oh, man, that's going to make
and
me.
I knew that would hurt, but
may have to walk home. Centralia defeated Palmyra in the girls 45-22. Centralia's got a pretty good girls team. So that's all I can find from around the area. So congratulations to the winners. Here tonight in the first game, we had a doozy. Kaylin Charlton made 2 free throws late in the game and gave Bowling Green a win by 1, 46-45 over Van Far. And in the nightcap, the boys, and a bit of a surprise, the Bowling Green boys 66, Van Far 36.
Reminder, you can find a full recap of scores throughout the weekend on KJFMradio.com on the scoreboard, which is updated daily. We can also have a full recap of scores during Eagle 102 Sports beginning tomorrow morning. So
take us home, Marianne.
Jim will hopefully be back in action, and next week we'll confirm some of those dates and times because we know that everything changes at any given moment.
Doesn't it though?
And don't forget, you can find full brackets for not only the Palmyra tournament, which starts on Monday, but also the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on the sports page at KJFMradio.com. Any final thoughts for you?
Well, 2 good wins for Bowling Green. Both teams came in with 1 win, leave with 2, and as we said, leading up to the Bowling Green tournament, they get things going in the right direction. It's a different breed of cat come tournament week for the Bobcat team, so we'll see how it plays out.
As always, want to thank Brendan for running the board for us back at the station. For Jim Ross, I'm Marian Everhart. You've been listening to Area High School Basketball on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of Area High School Sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.